motherfuckers.
But like, if the internet gets a hold of this,
And I'm not blaming the people, like the cooks or the waitresses. Not their fault.
it's a raging alcoholic.
Correct.
Yeah.
You know, this isn't shit food. This is shit. This is shit. This is shit
Shit
food.
to shit for 5 minutes.
The intro would roll.
Phony Express Show Podcast. Phony Express Show Podcast.
This one was really good though. On the radio.
I know, it's the fucking best.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Phony Express Show Podcast.
Shazam, everybody. Welcome to episode 13. As always,
No, correction.
15.
15.
I meant 15.
Correction, 15.
yeah.
Out of the gate, swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss. As always, got Kevin Tom here. We got Aaron with his upgraded setup.
Yo.
And then our guest tonight is Omar for the F1 Motor Extravaganza.
He's back.
Omar's back, our favorite guest.
It's not really going to be a motorsports episode, though. I got to just break it for everybody.
Why?
Yeah, what?
Because
Why?
booking failed.
Why is it not going to be a motorsports episode?
Well, it will be. I mean, we'll talk a lot of motorsports.
That's what today's
I
episode
wanted
is.
to talk a lot with a certain someone about a lot of things.
I know, but he has a lot of he has demands.
Do tell.
A guest has demands?
He told me, I talked to Kev, I'm bailing on tonight's episode.
Yeah,
Literally,
you did bail.
his words, I'm bailing on tonight's episode. And I just said, okay. Because I'm out ripping. I don't give a fuck. You know, I'm like, all right, fine, I guess. And he said, I'll tell Kev.
Yeah.
So talk to me about the demands.
I don't know.
oh.
Well, it's intimidating to be on a podcast. I mean, Sundays are hard. Maybe he just didn't want to do it, you know? Some people just don't want to. It's hard to commit to a time and come.
What I got was
That sounds more like an excuse than a demand.
too
Well, that's what I mean. Maybe he just had an excuse. 'cause he didn't want
too
to be on the
many
podcast.
people is what I got.
Yeah, I got too many people as well. And he might be worried about Corona. But I confirmed to him that my sister, who you invited, isn't coming. And that who works at a body shop in Chicago. So that was her expertise on
I'd love her
motorsports
to
podcast.
join us on the cast.
Yeah, but she's in Chicago right now.
Your
She'll
sister's,
be there. She'll be here in the future someday.
your sister's in the car business now.
Well, she just works at an auto shop in Chicago. But Paul is the
That would be the auto business, Kevin.
I guess you're right. And then Paul is the person that isn't here tonight as a guest.
That's right. I wanted
So I said, okay, well, Steph's not going to be here. I said it was just going to be the four of us and then Aaron. And he said he just wanted it to be me, you, and him. And that's it. Just the three of us is what he said.
Really?
That's what he said.
Did you tell him that's not how it works around here?
I don't know if he's a fan of the show. I wasn't going to get into it with him.
Don't have to. You don't have to be a fan to come on the show.
Well, here's the, I mean, I might as well.
I don't have to
just,
like the news to murder someone and get on the news.
He said, I'm a pass. He said, yo, I forgot to text you. I'm a pass. 6 people too much. I want to be on a you, me, Bobcast.
I
Quote,
think
unquote.
I think we got a 1, 2, 3, would be 4 and 5.
Yeah.
5 is 5 less
But
than
then-
6, Kev?
Yeah, but I told him,
Okay,
I said,
I'm just checking.
Well, you have to understand, there's not a bigger difference between 5 and 6. So I said my sister's not going to be here. Like, it'll only be me, you, Bob, and, you know, it's just going to be us.
It's going to be the Phony Express Show podcast.
And then he goes, LOL, I just think 5 people is too much. And then he says, are there even 5 mics? Like, so now we're getting into if there's 5 mics. Lucy! Silly girl. Oh, come here. Well, that's only headphones, so if you can't hear this, because Lucy's. But the podcast
I'm
will
getting
go on.
major interference right now.
Yeah, but the mics are safe, so I'll fix it in a sec.
Okay.
And then
The dog is going nuts. Trash dog.
I said we have 5 mics.
The trash dog is fucking up the podcast.
All clear.
All clear.
Just fucking up Aaron's headphones.
And mine.
Mine
She fucked
too.
mine too.
She's still a cute dog, though.
She's our co-host instead of Paul. She's our guest instead of Paul tonight.
She's a permanent guest.
So
Did you get the update?
it's all going to hell with the dog. Can we eliminate the dog, please?
We're good.
It's all already chaotic.
Could you just keep going?
Yeah, I'm going.
Did you see what happened?
Okay, so it's not
Yeah,
that.
Google. Yeah.
Are we too chaotic with just, you and I really. Aaron's just looking stuff up, producing the show, and we got a guest Omar, and we wanted a second guest.
That's what I was kind of saying. So I didn't really get into it with him. I just kind of
No, you don't ha-
understood.
you
and
don't
I gave
have
him
to.
some thumbs ups, and it's tough coming on a Sunday, and it's intimidating to come on a podcast.
It's a
Maybe you
big-
don't want your, be seen on the cast.
I mean, here's the thing: when the numbers are as big as ours, sometimes you think that it's it's gonna be bigger than it is.
Yeah, so I decided, okay, well, F1 show, we have Aaron and Omar, who are great motorsports madness experts.
Right.
So I thought we were good to go. That was just my opinion.
I'm getting.
I think it's a computer because you're putting it next to the recording thing. Yeah, so there can't be any phone or any interference by the recording.
It's not getting better.
It's definitely not the computer. Never has been. Never will be.
Well, I
Kev.
can't hear anything.
Really?
I hear a slight mumble.
There's a buzzing in mine.
Can you hear it? I hear a slight buzzing too. See, that's like a phone or a computer thing.
It's not. It's definitely not.
Yeah, well. It's not my mic.
It's not mine either. I don't believe.
Oh.
The dog came into town. There we go.
It was the third mic.
Don't worry. The producer's on the scene here.
Oh, it's the producer's mic.
Yeah. No. It's just the producer.
This is the headphones. so
yeah. I have static.
right,
too.
but
We're all good. Don't worry.
I turned the third mic off, and now we don't have static. Right?
We're all good.
Okay.
Yep.
Anyway, I wanted to talk a lot of things tonight with Paul.
Does that make sense?
And by the way, we have snacks.
All right, you're back.
A lot of snacks. All of a sudden, I come down here. Snacks have appeared.
Yeah, Omar brought
Oh,
some candy.
yeah.
A new segment, Snacks on the Cast.
Snacks on the cast.
What do we got here?
We got some gummies. I tried to find the gummies that Kevin.
Get next to the mic, please.
All right. So I got some gummies.
I know it sucks. You have to get really close.
Can you not hear me?
We're using
Now I can hear
We're
you.
using
Okay.
high-end equipment.
All
You
I was
just have
on
to
it.
Speak
I was
into it.
I know. I was on him for like 3 episodes until he got it right.
I got it right. I know the deal.
So I went with all gummies for the choices of snacks because they're a little less crinkly when you
Yes.
start chewing them, and you don't want to chew them and be on the podcast with it.
Yeah,
It's
no.
just annoying to the listeners.
I agree.
Look
and I
at-
turned you up. So now
Look
you
at
sound
that
good.
forethought.
I know.
That's incredible.
Well, that's why Omar's the best, the most favorite of the fans. Love Omar the most. He's the most popular guest.
I think so.
and the
I'm
first
honored.
first repeat guest as well.
I know that's another achievement of mine, and I'm honored to be on this again.
So you're exhausted after soccer.
Yeah, I mean 90 minutes, 11v11.
11v11. How many
you score it
people?
all?
How many people are supposed to play that game?
In professional soccer?
In
11?
that would be regular soccer, right?
Yeah, that'd be
Like legit
that's
soccer.
11v11 full field. 90 minutes. I mean, we have subs, so obviously you're probably only playing like 60.
How many cig breaks can you take?
As many as you like.
Ooh.
When I used to smoke cigarettes, I once played a game with Omar, and I once smoked cigarettes, and that was hilarious.
You
wanna tell the story?
Yeah.
All right, get close to the mic.
Yeah, so we're like literally just playing a pickup game in one of the elementary schools in Carver County area. And Kevin,
We were not in elementary school.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
old enough to smoke cigarettes.
correct, yes. That's a good clarification. And we get a little, 10-minute break, just water break, whatever, halftime. Kevin's sitting there on the sideline. We're all like hanging out, and then all of a sudden he just lights up a cigarette.
He just fires up a heater. No problem.
And wasn't one of the coaches there? And, like he just
Yeah,
kind
I
of
think
told
Mo
you to walk
wasn't
away.
Mo with us or no?
I don't think it was Mo. I don't think it was Mo. I think it was like some of the soccer guys that actually played
Right.
with
Anyway,
me in high
yeah,
school.
Like
came
real
over.
athletes.
yeah.
Well,
and
no, I knew who it was. Like the Bethel team.
it was. Yeah,
It
there
was,
was
the
some
it was
Bethel-
a Christian team.
Yeah.
Not like that would have made any difference, but
Kevin just fires off a heater.
I didn't give a shit.
NBD.
You guys have to understand, this is like a non-organized public. This is public.
It's like a pickup.
Land.
Is it like a pickup game?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
you walk into a
Yeah, it's
park
just
and people are like,
practice.
"Do you want to play soccer?" And it's like, "Yeah, I'll play soccer. I have cleats." You know what I mean?
And then he just sparks one up.
So like
Halftime.
again, free fucking country. Anyway, so the Bethel guy comes over to me and says something like, What does he say? Move away, which
Yeah,
I
doesn't he-
understand.
Doesn't he say like let's move away and then like he?
No, he says like because he didn't want us swearing, and he was
Yeah.
on you about swearing.
Yeah.
Omar got mad.
Oh yeah.
Omar got mad at this
No
guy.
cussing?
Yeah. I mean, I like I'll cuss in a game every now and then, and he just wasn't about it.
When you
But
miss a
that's
shot, you say fuck.
correct.
Isn't that what you
That'd be
say?
your first instinct. Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah. It's like a reaction, really. And he just wasn't about it, and he like got on my case, but
This would be
and
a
he got on my case about smoking.
yeah.
a
So
cig.
like
both
we
things
were blacklisted, like basically
correct
within the first 45 minutes.
you guys
and
do
both
know.
things were valid.
Yeah, 100%.
Because I mean, the cussing is a lot more forgivable. But again, smoking a cigarette is not illegal. The last time I checked, I'm of age and I'm like 20. Like this fucker is like trying
Yeah.
to tell me like, why are you smoking? It's like my business is none of your concern,
Yeah.
sir. I'm not on your fucking team. You can go suck your own.
Is this a coach from Bethel University?
I think he was not Bethel. It might have been like the high school for what's that high school?
Northwestern, Northwest.
No, the one that's in that Chaska area. That not
Holy Family?
not Holy Family with the other one.
Southwest Christian?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one.
They
I think-
closed.
They did.
Oh yeah, they're gone.
Really?
Well, I mean, and if these kids were 18, then or younger, then I would
I was gonna
again, I understand.
If
Yeah.
it was
Why-
a Bethel coach, that's like a dry campus. They don't drink or swear, so that makes sense.
well, it was
Yeah.
a similar thing because Southwest Christian is a similar
oh, so,
mentality.
yeah, exactly.
So we're not far off. When I said Bethel, he was like, "Yeah, we're talking about
that high school was
a
the
kind of
top of the
thing.
funnel for Bethel University.
Really?
Well, yeah, I mean,
I mean, it
right."
makes sense.
Again,
Yeah.
it's the
It's very
So that was fun. Yeah.
that was fun.
So yeah, Omar played 11 on 11 today.
That's
where
insane.
where we were in the story.
so
I
he's
think.
beat because he played real
Yeah.
athletic sports, and I'm beat
Correct.
just because I rode a iron donkey quickly for 7 hours.
And I have had the worst hangover like basically all morning. So
Nice.
that was not great to get
So-
out on the field running, and
Rough start. Easy way to sweat it out.
it was like by the time halftime rolled around, I was like, all right, I'm feeling good. I could play the rest of the game, no
Mhm.
problem. But I just didn't want to go back in every time I'd sub out in the first half.
Almost didn't make it through the first 45. That was rough.
Some
Oh,
of
it
the
was.
best times I've ever rolled in jiu-jitsu have been when I've just come in just sweating vodka, like just fucking. Some of the best times I'm like in warm-ups about to throw up, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
I just destroy people. And that's very few and far between. I like going when I have even breakfast. Like I like.
You're
going
serious
when I'm strong.
about that shit.
Happens sometimes. I can't explain it. I think it's you're pushed against the wall, and like a survival instinct kicks in. Like what the Vikings used to drink like shroom beer, and get super fucked up before battle, and they wouldn't sleep. So all night they're like drinking some like concoction that they make before war, and they're getting super fucked up, and like it gets them kind of. There's a lot of energy there too, and then they roll into the town and they just like go for it. And
Then
I'm
they
telling
kill-
you, there's
then they
something
kill
to
people.
that, right? Like I think there's something to like being like a Chinese like army of 10,000, or like the Japanese Miyato Mayoshi, who I finished the book of Five Rings. He's the author of that book. He's a famous Japanese swordsman who was the most famous for the most duels. He won the most duels, which means you're undefeated. If you have a question about that, if you are known to have won the most duels, that means you're undefeated. So I'll just put it at that way. And he's got this thing where like one human, right, and then the army should be able to scale. Do you hear that? Oh, wow. No, that was just my headphones. Sorry. But you should be able to do like what one person does in a duel. You should scale that up to an army of 100 and then an army of 10,000. So like the principles that go into that are supposed to be fragmented out or, whatever. And then so you have that very ordered, very disciplined kind of style versus like drinking a bunch of shroom nutsness, getting super jacked, not sleeping, and then going in and killing it. So I respect the both. I think there's a lot going on there.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
That was me beatboxing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of the Vikings,
Oh, yikes, Vikes. My
they
dad said that.
suck.
I want to put that on a T-shirt.
Ouch.
Yikes, Vikes.
I shut it off after the third pick.
I mean,
I went to the U.S. Open
I didn't even watch the game because
The
I was
third
watching
pick?
Red Zone, and they weren't on Red
because
Zone.
it's three interceptions.
because they
So,
didn't have
yeah,
any-
so I didn't see them. They updated me on the 3 interceptions, but like unfortunately, I couldn't watch my team because they weren't in the red zone.
Yeah,
I did see the Colts offense quite a bit.
unfortunately, yes.
Well, Phillip Rivers, I don't know. He's just throwing the ball.
looks all right.
And
I mean, he looks. He
Our
looks like
defense is
Phillip
garbage.
Rivers.
Yeah.
about to pop out his 9th kid.
Oh, really?
Well, his wife is. Yeah.
Oh, are you kidding?
Yeah, I think he has
Another
like 8
one?
kids.
I
yeah.
thought he had
I think he has-
a football team already.
Yeah, basically. He can field the football field team
Nice.
pretty soon here, yeah.
All
His
dudes.
O-line is just going to be his kids.
Oh. You play backyard football with at least half your.
You
know,
can play
half
backyard
that.
football with 6 people.
Yeah, you could do it with like 4.
You need a quarterback, a wide receiver, and a guy who's ready to run the ball.
So you need 6.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I said 4,
Kev's headphones are broken.
but I guess
tonight.
6 is better. They might be.
Broken.
That might be. Yeah, the Vikes didn't see much of that.
So I got to ask Omar, I saw a drink here when we started the cast.
Oh, this
It's Green Death.
Yeah, I was hoping that this drink would make me feel a little less tired and replenish me of all my nutrients that I may have dried up from drinking and played soccer. I don't think it's working, but it's
The bottle's
tasty.
still full, Omar.
Okay, shut up.
You know how when you get hungover, you have like a thin veneer?
Sure.
Have you ever felt that?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I was just thinking about that. We have like a glossy.
That might have been the dumbest question you've ever asked me, Kevin.
Well, maybe you should elaborate on
You
it.
ever been hungover, Bob?
It's
Nope.
horrible.
Don't know what that's like.
These organic delish fish, where do I find these?
Oh, at Kowalski's.
Mm-hmm.
They're so good, right?
They're unbelievable.
They're
Organic?
way better than Swedish fish.
Yeah, they're softer, chewier.
Mhm. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
big fan.
Is this a aha moment for us here?
It's really good. Have you tried it?
Not yet, but I will. Just save one for me. Don't bang the bag real quick.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I can't make any promises,
Okay.
but you're also at an advantage because you're closer and I'm much further
Mm-hmm.
from the candy.
So welcome to the Phony Express Show podcast
Yeah.
with the Facebook page at Phony Express.
I tried to find it. It wasn't.
It's fixed.
Is it?
It's repaired.
Once I would listen to the podcast where we said by the time you listen to this podcast, it would be up.
Yeah, I missed that deadline by about 4 days.
Well, let's. Aaron, can you confirm or deny?
It's
He'll
fixed.
work on
It's
that.
fixed.
Good. I'm glad.
How many views do we have on our bear video?
I don't know.
Bear tacos.
Bear tacos. I
Bear
don't know.
tacos.
The numbers are up.
They're so high right now.
Mm-hmm. So, what things were you going to ask Paul that you can't ask?
Well, I
Omar?
just wanted to chat about the new Nissan 400Z. Aaron, you can chime in here a little bit. But I definitely wanted to talk about that car. Nissan
You can
released...
talk about it now.
We're gonna.
I have questions.
We're gonna.
Good.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Good. Let's go.
Paul drives an automatic Honda Civic anyway. Fuck him. So, anyway,
You're right.
so Nissan released this car, and they haven't redesigned this car in 11 years, right? The 370Z has been out forever.
Mm-hmm.
Same VQ Series V6, same, 330 horsepower-ish. And it's long overdue, and so Toyota's banging out a new Supra, and everyone's, climbing the ranks. And this trickle-down effect has happened with technology from supercars down to normal cars, and it's basically the elimination of automatics because people think they want to just go fast by the numbers, and they don't want a car with, emotion and driving experience, a good driving experience, and something that enthusiasts will love, which is a stick shift, turbocharged, or naturally aspirated car, i.e. the Honda's 2000, or something else like the Mazda Miata, something that's really exciting. And Nissan has come out with this. They dropped a bomb last week. They're releasing their new 400Z with a twin-turbo, 3-liter, 6-cylinder, supposed to have about 400 horsepower, and they're specific about a 6-speed manual transmission.
Fuck yeah.
Now, people have been up and down about the looks. Now, Aaron, you can show some pictures if you want. But
Yeah, I'd like to see it. And
Yeah,
did we
most
have
people are kind of bashing it. They're not really.
The-
I'm on board with it. I think it looks good.
they say the front end is ugly. The rest of the car is tits. Kevin, what are your thoughts?
Kind of looks like a Tesla. I like it. Let me see the back, since that's what you're
The
asking.
back is hot. The back has a little bit of 240 in it, a little bit of 300ZX in it. It's hot. And it's
Yeah,
gonna
it's
be
very modern looking.
and it's gonna be faster than shit. And the fact that it comes factory with a manual transmission and
That's
400
sweet.
horsepower and a twin turbo
I like
engine,
that.
It's
it's
out
gonna
of
be
the,
Omar, you
yeah, it's
get
out of the
that.
Infiniti Q60.
I get it.
yeah,
For sure.
the Red Sport 400 motor, and it's gonna be highly tunable. Like you'll be able to crank 500 horse out of this thing with like a chip and an intake,
That's
and
nuts.
rip. Yeah, and it's gonna come in supposed to come in less than 45 grand starting, which is cheap by modern sports car standards.
Yeah.
You know, this is going to be way cheaper than an M3
Mm.
and way cheaper. It's going to basically, when Nissan dropped the bomb on this, and it's not going to be out till 22, but look, if you were looking at a Supra, but you want a stick, this thing's going to make 70 more horsepower or 30 more after their 21 update. And it's going to have a stick.
Yeah, anybody who wants a stick's going to buy that car.
Yeah.
And it's going to be faster.
So enthusiasts out there,
What, should we break it again?
enthusiasts out there better really, 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 get together and go buy this car and show Nissan and show the world that we still want manual transmissions.
100%.
100%. We need to go out. We need to show up and go out and buy this car and make sales high.
Save the manuals.
Save the manuals.
How much is it?
It starts at 45,
Oh, it's not bad at all.
45, Nismo estimated at 53.
which is still cheap because you can't
Yeah,
get a
that's like a
Supra less
5-year
than like
payment.
50 grand, I don't think. But it can't be too expensive, otherwise people will just be like, "Oh, well, I
Like
can
your
go get
sweater.
a C8
You're welcome.
for 60 grand." No, it's not a Z51 or anything really exciting like that. That's like 65, 70, but I can go get this supercar looking fucking Corvette.
Yeah, it does look very. Oh, this
know-
looks like a Corvette.
Yeah, no. I'm
You're
saying
talking
if,
about a
if
Corvette.
it's too expensive,
It kind of looks like a Corvette.
people will just be like, "I can go get a C8 Corvette that
The
looks like
only-
a fucking Lamborghini."
That looks really
Yeah.
sick. The only
And they
thing I
won't buy
don't
it.
like about it is the Nissan flag. Otherwise, the thing looks fucking
No, it's
sick.
fucking hot.
Oh no, it looks like that looks like a transformer in a good way.
Yeah, that looks sweet.
It's so sick.
Nice.
I like it.
They did pretty good.
I'd buy it. If I had the funds, I'd buy it.
Me too.
I like it.
6-speed manual too.
Kev, you don't even drive a stick.
I would like to.
Well,
It's
we
not my
can,
choice. I have a Toyota Camry.
we can work. We can.
Kevin's
You
gonna
wanted
buy-
something
Kevin's
that
gonna buy the
ran good.
Bronco. Kevin's buying the Bronco.
Bronco would be sick as fuck.
Also a stick.
I'm on board with
Exactly.
that.
Also a stick.
I'd take the Bronco over the Nissan.
Anyway, as far as new sports cars are concerned, that's the hottest thing on the streets right now, and it won't be on the streets for 2 years, which is kind of a bummer. But
That is disappointing.
So you have to let them know in 2 years.
Nissan said that is 95% or 90% of what the car will be. Like, they're not gonna. A lot of times, a prototype comes out, everyone gets all fucking hyped up about it, and then the car comes out, and everyone's like, "Wah wah wah."
Subaru. Subaru.
Yeah, Subaru, and they're actually gonna like make this car. This is gonna be what they say it's gonna be, and it's gonna rip.
I like it.
So anyway, I wanted to get Paul's thoughts on that.
Well, he'll give you his thoughts.
Yeah, eventually.
Because he'll be listening to the. Well, I don't think he listens to the show, but somebody will tell him. Steve will post. He'll be like, "Well, they're whipping you about the Honda Civic," and then he'll, have some response.
He did buy
to
the
it.
right tires for that car. He got some all-season Michelin Pilot Sport all seasons.
I had World of Warcraft questions for him.
On the motorsports show.
Yeah, I did.
Anyway, I know Paul prepped a bunch, so you know.
It's just too bad because this is the motorsports show.
It is.
You know.
He's missed the motorsports show.
Yeah, that's what happens. So what else other than the Nissan? What else?
That was just a
specifically?
big thing I wanted to talk about. That is a bomb in the car world.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool. I like the Bronco better. Though.
Everybody that knows cars or follows Jalopnik or whatever knows about this mic drop from
Mhm.
Nissan. And
Is
which
it
is
not because it's not offered in automatic?
no, it is.
Oh,
But the fact that they offer, they went the extra mile to make sure it was made it to a 6-speed is huge in 2022. Nobody's doing manuals anymore. Everyone's just
Sure.
making them right now,
Yeah.
and then they're dropping them from the lineup.
what is the Tiptronic thing even a?
No, it's not Tiptronic. It's DSGs.
But right. So
it's
that just went by the
PDKs,
wave.
it's paddle shift dual clutch transmissions that are dominating the
Yeah,
market.
paddle shifts. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Porsche paddle shift.
Yeah.
yeah.
And you can and the 911 dropped the Targa
BMW
from the
pouch.
fucking lineup, which is super stupid. That was my favorite Porsche. Like,
They did?
yeah, they're dropping the Targa body style.
Wow.
Yeah, and they offer it in a stick. Who would have guessed?
That's nuts.
Can barely get a 911 turbo. I don't even think you can get a 911 turbo in a stick anymore.
I don't think you can.
No,
They're pushing the table away.
the only one you can get trash dogs eating the table away. Actually,
She always eats the table.
yeah. The only one you can get now, I think. Can you even get a GT? I don't think you can even get a GT3 in a stick anymore. You have to get the GT4 if they still make it.
Hmm.
The 718 came in.
Save the manuals. You gotta make the shirt.
3-pedal rebel.
Dude, they made so many shirts.
Really?
There's, oh my God. Isn't there SaveTheManuals.com? Aaron, you can confirm there. Pretty sure there's like a whole clothing company designed to save the manuals. Otherwise, we'd be rich, dude.
You would be.
No, we would be. You and I would make this company.
That would be.
We'd sell
Dude.
motorsports key tags, Phony Express show, save the manuals.
I like it.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, whatever happened to the merchandise you guys were thinking?
Oh, we're still working on it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Good.
We had to hire lawyers. We had to hire a booking team. We had to hire all kinds of people, dude. We're tapped out on funds right now.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
Yeah.
Might have to go hit the market. to
Shit
raise some
costs money, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask for
Crowdfund.
crowdfund investment. No, I don't want.
This thing went from 3 bars of battery to 1 bar of battery. 1 bar lasts a while, though. Don't worry about it.
We'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. Don't worry, we have
So-
the camera. We got multiple avenues to make sure that.
We got lots of avenues of
Yeah.
publication here.
Correct.
There is no savethemanuals.com, savethemanual.com. So
What about
if you want to
.org?
buy up that
What about
domain,
.org?
Buy it
It's an
up.
organization.
.org maybe. But if you
Try
want to
that
buy
out.
up
Did you
that,
just Google it? You need to Google that.
I did order.
We'll keep an eye on that. But
Mm.
it's something that needs to be done.
Open domain.
You gotta buy it. Is there? Can you look up if there are like any like merchandise that says "Save the"?
There's
Manual?
lots of it.
There is?
That's how I've
Okay.
seen it.
What about 3 Pedal Rebel?
I came up with that.
And there's no merchandise.
There is no merchandise.
That could be
Wow.
our.
Three-pedal
That
rebel.
one's
That could be our.
good.
I know. I like that one.
Yeah.
That could be our avenue into making some money.
3-pedal rebel.
3-pedal rebel.
But as we've discussed before, Tom only gets the 3 Pedal Rebel keychains. That's the only.
that's his only
I'm
dedicated.
just kidding.
Yeah, I mean, but they'd be for cars. They wouldn't be for bikes.
Correct.
Of course.
And I'm kind of like,
Naturally.
as far as bikes go,
Mhm.
I'm into like more automation. I know that sounds bad, but I put a quick shifter on my bike so I can just up without clutching.
I
But
wish I had a Star Trek bike where all you do is go and it just gets faster.
So today we're out ripping, and
Does that make sense?
I did something for the
Does
first
you
time.
know Do you get that? Like an RC car, like a video game, like the video
Like
games
a
where you sat on
CVT
the thing?
transmission and a bike where you can even feel it. Just
They already have
like
that.
Star
They-
Trek,
Yeah, they
like
already
the
have
Star
that.
Trek bike that Chris Pine drives,
They have dual clutch
or whatever
bikes
his
too.
name is. Yeah, Chris Pine.
Chris
Like
Pine,
Gold
yeah.
Wings, you can get in an auto now, which is dumb.
Mm.
Kev wants a Tron bike.
Yeah, Tron bike. Yes, exactly.
You should
Thank
start with a Grom. Get a bike, and then you
A
can.
Grom would be cool. If I had a Grom, would you ride with me, or would you think I'd be embarrassed?
No, I would rip around town with you, dog.
Would you?
Oh yeah.
A Grom's slow though. It only gets to 60.
Yeah, but I can do wheelies at 60, so that'd be fun for me too.
All right, that's okay.
I did a first wheelie.
My
gear
sister
change.
wants a Grom, and if she comes to live here, there's a Grom lying around. She probably wouldn't let me ride it.
Yeah,
Maybe
you
I
get a
get, like, a
Grom for.
matching
They're
Grom.
$3,000. Get one for yourself.
It's
We'll talk about
it's gonna
that.
be winter anyway, so
Yeah,
might
it's
as well
gonna be
wait.
winter.
So
It's-
today
I'm
I,
not
I
worried
got a
about that.
wheelie up in second, and I finally got it to balance point where I can shift into third with my quick shifter and keep going.
Wow.
So I can get it up to like 104 now
Holy
What?
with the front
shit.
wheel in the air. Oh yeah,
Oh,
Did
he
you get
goes
a
to the
video?
phone.
I have video, but not today, not here.
Did you do it today?
Yeah, today was the first day. And my buddy Shane got
Yeah.
one knee on the seat wheelies down. He's one knee in fourth. Oh my god.
Wow.
It was what an insane day.
That's nuts.
How many miles did you put on today?
250.
Ain't no thing.
That's when I called
Just you and Shane today?
me, Shane, my buddy Mark, and an unknown newer rider decided to join us for a little rip,
Mysterious.
bud. And it turned out that he wanted to push himself a little farther than he was able to. His
What does
bike,
that mean?
his bike is in a ditch,
no.
40 feet off, 20 feet off the road, somewhere in 88 past Alma in Wisconsin. I don't even
Is
know
he
his
okay?
name. He broke his collarbone.
Oh.
This happened all today?
Yeah, so we were out ripping, and we were saucing on 88, and I was 88, County 88 in Wisconsin, and I was hauling ass because that's what I do. And Shane was on me. He's a better rider than me, but he was on my ass, and we were having a blast. And then the new guy passed Mark, who didn't know the road, and he already crashed. He crashed his CBR 1000 this
Mark?
year. No,
Oh.
you don't
the
know.
new kid.
You don't know. No, the new kid's in the middle. His name might be Brian.
But
we
the
don't know.
Mark kid,
call him
He's in the
CBR.
back because he had to.
I'm trying to figure out in my
Okay,
mind.
okay, we've got me
It's
and-
like a race. I want to know where
me in
everybody
the front,
is.
Me in the front.
I know Shane behind
number
you.
2.
Then you got Marky Mark Wahlberg.
Marky Mark
and
third.
the new guy's buzzing by him.
Yeah,
Brian.
Mark is on a Ducati 821 because he
Because he busted his fucking CBR. I got it.
blew it up.
Gotcha.
Not blew it up, but crashed it on Welch
Crashed it.
today.
Exactly.
Earlier this season.
Right.
So the new guy passes Mark, and Mark's like, all right, fine, you want to push it in? He's on an MT-07, a brand new one, 2,000 miles on the bike, first bike.
And Marky Mark does not know the road, as Bob put it.
Right.
Which is that?
The new guy doesn't know the fucking road either.
Of course not.
And me and Shane have only ridden it twice, but I know how to, like, ride good.
Right.
I don't know how you fucking say
And
it.
you might know where the corners are.
Because
you've been there twice.
Well, you look for the corner signs, and you double what speed they tell you to take it at.
Nice.
Is the general rule of thumb. And if you're a good rider, 35, 70,
So
80,
45?
90, 100, somewhere in there. Depends on how good you are. So we're ripping, and we get through this, and Shane's on my line, and he almost goes off, and he's a better rider than me. Because I hit the brakes on one turn, and he almost went off. Anyway, we went around a couple corners, and the new guy passed. Well, I didn't know this because they're way the fuck back there. The new guy passed Mark, and Mark was behind him, and he went into the same corner that Shane did because I was a little ahead of Shane.
Uh-huh.
And Shane almost went off but stayed on, literally hit the gravel and butt puckered because he doesn't know the road that well either.
Butt puckered?
Yeah, like
Puckered.
like an oh fuck moment, like I almost died.
Oh, his
And then the
asshole
new guy,
puckered up.
instead of following
my bad.
Shane's line, literally just went off, dumped the bike, crashed the bike, flew into the ditch probably 30 feet past him. And Mark, in the fourth position, didn't even fucking see him do it because he was he was so far behind.
Right.
So I see that I like, whoa, that corner was close.
Mm-hmm.
And so I get up there and I like kind of pull over. I'm like, all right, let's just get everyone back together.
Oh, so you didn't even see it?
No, I was in first position.
Sure.
So I pull
First
over.
place.
Shane comes up, and then Mark comes up.
And if you're on YouTube, you're having the great benefit of seeing these hand gestures,
Right.
which are very appreciated for me.
So
That is helpful.
then Mark comes up behind me, and I go, where's the guy we don't know?
Right.
And they both look at me and say, I thought he was with you. And I said, he's not with me. And Shane just goes, oh, fuck. Because it's the first crash I've seen this year, but this is like the third one that Shane's seen. And one guy died.
Holy
so,
shit.
yeah. So we turn around, and we're like riding back like pretty quick. And we get up there, and there's a Jeep on the side of the road, a nice couple. And I think we're going to go with Brian.
That's his name, Brian.
We're going to go with Brian.
Come on, Brian, you're messing with my business.
Brian, you're messing with our ride, man. He's standing up, and I'm just like, we pull over, and we're like, dude, are you okay? And he's like, I broke my collarbone for sure. And we just see this trail of like dirt, like off the road, and then like grass is just plowed. And then we like look over the. We're like, where's
lucky
the
he
bike,
wasn't on
man?
Lucky he wasn't on the bike.
He didn't stay. If he would have stayed on, it would
He
have been
would've
really
been
bad.
off the cliff, yeah.
He bailed. He's smart that way.
Good boy.
And then we look down, and the bike is just like wedged against two trees, like 20 feet off the road,
Holy shit.
in this like cliff ditch, and it's fucking totaled.
Yeah, it's in a tree.
2020 MT-07,
Oh,
fucking
no.
wrecked.
So he bought that boy today.
But he put 2,000 miles on it, which is not enough miles. I rode alone, solo, 4,000 miles before I ever rode with a group. And if I did, if I did this year, like beginning of this year, I would not push myself that hard.
You just go on highway, probably.
I can pretty much drag knee now.
Ooh. The learning curve. You're a
Yeah,
quick.
and Shane has track days under his belt, or a track day.
Mm.
And Mark's a great rider, and used to ride a CBR 1000R.
But
Now he rides.
Brian was a greenhorn.
Brian was a greenhorn. I think his name. I thought his name was Jake.
Jake.
Turns out his name is Brian.
Brian.
Or
We're going.
we're going with Brian.
We're going with Brian.
He was just going too fast, and so we're like, oh shit, we don't. So the nice couple in the Jeep took him to the Eau Claire Hospital because that's how fucking far away we are.
Mm-hmm.
And what are we gonna do? He's got to call a tow for the bike. So we just the only thing we can do is continue on with our ride.
Mm-hmm. See ya.
So that was the day.
Goodbye, Brian.
Goodbye, Brian.
Omar, do you remember in health class where I drew that Toyota Supra for you? Or maybe you drew a Toyota Supra?
I'm not a great drawer, so
It was in
so I
health
doubt.
class. It was in middle school, not at the freshman center, where we also had a health class together.
You know what's amazing? Mark did not see him go off the road.
Right.
He crashed so fast that Mark just kept ripping.
But he didn't see the body?
I don't think he had gotten up yet, and he was in like some tall grass.
He was hiding in the grass. If you were hunting, it would be like a bedded
So
deer.
we've made a new
That's what I did yesterday, by the way. But
new rule: no new riders. That's all I got.
Good. No new riders.
No new
You
riders.
got to be in the clan.
So I was like, who invited this guy? How do we know him? And they're like, oh, he posted on Facebook when I said he was meeting up, and he asked if he could tag along.
Oh.
Wrong group to tag along with.
Yeah.
Or just pace yourself. Ride at your own speed. We'll wait for everybody at the stop signs and turns. We wait for everybody.
He just wanted to
We
be
do a
cool.
head count, but we only had 4 people, so it's like normally it's like 20.
Look at Bob leading the group.
Yeah.
We're proud of you.
I took the lead because
Yay.
I'm the only one that kind of sort of knew the road.
Hmm.
And I was ripping hard, but I knew, like, look, I'm going to keep it, like, within our limits. And if
Mhm.
you want to pass me, that's cool. I'll wave you past.
Mhm.
And I know Shane, after seeing all these accidents, isn't going to fucking pass me or ride harder than I am because I was fucking pushing it. He's got GoPro footage of my knee, like, this far off the ground.
I want to see it. You keep
Yeah.
saying this stuff. I don't know.
I'll get it. I'll get it.
I'll
for you.
tell you what. I was looking at the TV today. I'm just like, I was good at like editing. Like I really was. Basically, and I was thinking of Jack Buckner today because Buckner, because we were on the morning show together and we edited this thing. He loved it. He would always bring it up later in life, but he would say like it was before the morning show and it was like 4 of us were anchors and it was like about Egyptian rats. So it didn't really matter, but it would be like title of the name and then it's like the clip like they're doing the stuff and then the name comes up. Does that make sense? Like it's like a before a talk show, like for Good Morning Football, it'd be like Chris, Alex, and then like it's got K. You know what I mean? And so I did one of those, and I saw that today. I was just like, oh man, like, and that's what I originally was going to go to school for. Was going to be for film. I got ASU film and whatever bullshit. But I was like, man, like, and I wouldn't have. I think going to college for anything is kind of a waste of money. I must be completely honest. That said, I was thinking, like, how do you get into editing? And then I realized, like, you just got to edit shit. So anyway, if you want to give me some of that footage, I'll clip it up and make it badass.
Aaron, you would have loved this MT-07 that was just trashed. Ice floral, the orange and the gray.
Lucy.
Pipe, tune.
Hit your
It
butt.
was nice.
I should bring.
It's unfortunate.
It's a bummer. Another one bites the dust.
Gotta know your limits.
Aaron, do you ride?
No. Not really a bike guy.
Just a car guy?
I've tossed it around, but
Oh.
yeah, I'm more of a car guy.
Dude, this is so epic. Like 90% sure I was behind your old RS4 on the way here.
Do you remember the old license plate?
Yeah, it said fast RS4, but it's not on there anymore.
Oh, the RS4.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
You sold that way up north, right? That went way north.
I thought so.
Okay.
Dude, but how often do you see an RS4 with Miltech exhaust that you can hear from like 4 cars behind you or in front of you? Just that classic like rip of the Audi, and it was black with the same wheels, and it was like had the same stance. I don't know. Could be an anomaly. Could be the same car. I thought that kid was going to blow it up though.
Yeah, that's what you were saying.
It went to Thief River Falls. Yeah, that
Yeah, he said he was gonna work on it himself.
could not even drive a stick. His mom had to drive the car home after he bought
Oh
it.
no!
And I don't.
Really?
Wasn't it chilly? And I had summer tires on that, and they were driving that up in a snowstorm. They were super sports.
We're
on that.
not really sure what happened to that car. But it's probably not on the road anymore. But I saw the same car you used to have.
Just like my RS, I look for that every time I'm out.
Yeah, passed a black one on the way home. Did a mad wheelie past him with the thumbs up.
Surprisingly, I don't really miss that car.
It just wasn't that fast, but it was cool.
Kind of like a Focus ST.
If I sold it, I wouldn't miss it.
No, we have a bike now.
I'm gonna
kinda
buy
your
a
passion.
Corolla.
Yeah. Why do you think I have a Toyota Camry?
I'm gonna buy a Corolla.
And then you have something that's fun.
Work at
Yes.
Ford dealership.
And the fun thing is you're.
Tell me what Ford I can buy that is a daily driver that comes in a stick that's out right now.
Oh, I didn't know you wanted a stick. I guess
Yeah, you have to.
that's fair. We
Well, if
were
you want
just
a
talking about
daily
saving
driver.
manuals.
Yeah,
You
and
might as well get
Toyota
an
makes a
automatic.
Corolla. Oh, motorsports. Toyota makes a Corolla with a rev matching 6-speed manual.
That's pretty.
What does that mean? Rev matching.
When you downshift, it matches the revs for it. You can just sidestep
Oh,
the
cool.
clutch. A little more automation for the people that don't know how to drive stick, but it's really, really
That's.
good.
I would really like that feature.
Mm-hmm.
As somebody that doesn't even downshift because I just don't like catching the clutch on it.
Yeah,
Oh.
but if you did,
Yeah,
it would
I,
make
if
it
I could,
easy.
yeah, that'd be sick. If I could like downshift like a sports
and
car
less
racer.
wear and tear on the
Hey,
clutch because
hey.
it's perfect.
If I could downshift like a sports car, I'm just yelling at her because she's going up the gummy bear.
It's only
have it.
168 horsepower, but I
I know.
still want it.
You gotta take it away.
I know. See, she's used to like when you're done with food, like she
She's
She,
a
like,
plate.
knows
She's a
when you're-
plate licker. You've taught her how to plate lick.
Kelly likes when she licks the plates. There are some things that are out of my control.
The Bronco, Tom.
Unbelievable.
You get.
Yeah, you could get the Bronco.
You can get the Bronco. That's
I don't need a
stick.
truck.
That's every day.
I'm not going to spend $30-some thousand on a truck I'm not going to use.
Haul around your Ripper.
Oh my God, these are amazing.
You could haul around your Ripper.
Organic delish fish.
Oh yeah,
10 out of 10. Fuck Swedish Fish.
I know.
100%. First time trying it. It was a great buy.
My first time trying it too.
Mm-hmm.
What's a bag of these go for?
$4.99.
Oh,
A little
you're
pricey.
paying twice as much.
I mean, there's a premium
way
for the good
spendy
stuff.
for some candy.
Well, I mean, you're getting some gourmet stuff. It seems like.
I know.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
have to eat as many because you love them so much. I'm going to go for the non-organic Twizzlers.
All right, give me one of those.
You guys, that looks good. The Twizzlers are really good too.
Oh, Twizzlers are my go-to movie candy.
My dots are mine. What's yours, Kev?
I like Milk Duds.
Aaron?
I do like Milk Duds.
Go-to movie. If COVID-19 ends anytime soon, we'll be able to go to movies again. It'll be fucking cool.
You can go right now.
Mm-hmm.
Would you have to sit there with a mask on in the theater?
Probably, but I mean, I doubt any cop's gonna come in and be like, "You're not wearing a mask in the theater." I mean, if you have one,
I'm
on,
trying to drink
pull
my
it-
icy motherfucker. Like
Actually, you could probably once you're in your seat, you could probably take off your mask. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, because
'Cause that's the way it
They
goes.
separate you at least
Correct.
6 feet.
Right, which is no
So-
problem in the theater because they're not getting a lot of tickets sold. So
Yeah, like how are they going to sell a pop? Or how are people going to eat popcorn with a mask?
can
on?
someone confirm or deny if AMC went under?
They haven't yet. They were very close. And then they
got like a government deal, didn't they?
no, I think they actually filed bankruptcy, but then they had like a
What's that even mean for like a big company now? All debts erased and they can continue to operate as usual?
Well, no,
So
they
you
auction
thought
your assets.
you file Chapter 11 or Chapter 7. Chapter 7.
Get
is where
close
you
to that,
Sorry,
please.
you
No.
file Chapter 11 or Chapter 7. Chapter 7 means you're basically liquidating all your assets, paying off your debt that's owed.
Your creditors.
And that's like immediate.
Yeah.
Like they sell your assets the next
Chapter
day.
11 is a reorganization plan. So what typically happens is they go out to a couple investors, like big-time investors. They'll get some debt financing. They'll take priority over the other debt, and they'll continue to operate, but they'll also sell off some of their like worst performing.
To cover.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a reorg plan.
It's a
typically.
survival strategy.
Yeah, exactly.
How often does it work?
Quite often. I mean, all the airlines, they've all filed bankruptcy.
Didn't all the
before.
big three do that too?
What do you mean?
Like Ford, Chevy, the big three?
Oh, yeah. Like, literally every single company is probably, like, so Southwest
The only two that
Airlines-
no, Ford's never gone bankrupt, and Tesla. Only two in America.
Ford helped Kia.
We did?
when they were having issues. That's why the emblem's the same
Oh,
circle as
yeah.
Ford.
Oh, really?
Oh.
I never knew that, Aaron.
Wow.
Good for you.
Aaron with the little tidbit.
On the Motorsports Cast.
I like that. Kowalski's Gummy Bears, equally as amazing.
I know, this shit's just... It's really spoiled us today, Omar.
I would say no more snacks
I
because
was
I'm
just,
trying to lose weight.
I was just honored to be back here, so I, had to treat us
We're
right.
happy to have you.
That's so great. We did shit that just wore us out all day. Sunday fun day.
I took a nap today. I was exhausted. I woke up at 3 o'clock yesterday morning.
For what?
Went hunting.
How did it go?
Went fine. It was pretty fun. I
It
was
went fine. Do
I
you
was
have a-
unsuccessful.
Were you in a tree?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you and Tony went hunting.
lodged yourself in a tree.
Yeah. I had to climb a tree in the dark for the first time ever. I was pretty nervous
How
about
was
it.
that?
I got in the tree. I was pretty proud of
With
myself.
your gear.
How
Yeah.
high was the tree? Like, what?
I climbed 20 feet. No, 16 feet.
Jesus.
Impressive.
Those are those climbing sticks to your left are. I'm still kind of cleaning up.
Who
So
taught
I
you?
hiked. I just read a lot on. I'll talk about the learning curve. Just read a lot about it.
Watch some videos on
Watched
YouTube?
some YouTube. Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
And then just kind of. It's not hard.
Dude, that's
You just kind of
legit.
have to trust yourself and do it safely.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not. I'm not really worried about like the act. Just
Yeah.
worried about like slipping and dying.
Yeah.
Were
And
you-
also, I had to pull that tree stand up like on a rope, alone, trying to be quiet at like 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
Were you accompanied by Big Bear Bone?
Bone and Nick were there, but Nick was in another spot and Bone was in another spot. So we hiked in together, and I had that was all on my back. My backpack worked great, but I strapped all this that stand, those sticks, all my gear in that backpack, and hiked out. We hiked out like 1.5 miles to my spot, maybe 2 miles to my spot, and that was just a heavy load. 1.5 miles, not even that. Yeah, definitely not 2 miles, to where I sat, and let's put it this way: we get there, I hike out the pack out, and that sucked. I didn't complain, but It's a heavy fucking pack. Then I find my spot. Then it's still dark out. I have a headlamp, and I put on red light so that I don't scare anything.
Sure.
And then I find the tree. Tony helps me. We find a tree. And then I'm like, okay.
What do you look for in a tree?
Not a lot of branches,
Okay.
because lineman belts wise, you don't want to like have to keep taking it off, because that's what's like keeping
Sure.
your life in your hands.
Mm-hmm.
Straight, and also direction where you want to look, that kind of thing.
Okay.
I was really lucky in the tree I picked, and I didn't know it at the time, but got the stick set, yanked that tree stand up. It was a bitch putting it all together, but I was proud of myself. I got up there.
How long were you out there?
In the tree,
Well,
like 5 hours, and then we were out there all day. We were gonna stay till sunset, but we called it like an hour early, because we didn't drink. Pizza and UFC sounded good, and
Yeah.
there was the first game in the Stanley Cup, so we watched that too, because Tony came over.
Stars.
Nick's stand is not the kind that I have,
Mm-hmm.
so he took a little longer to get into a tree and figure it all out.
That's nuts.
Right.
Like you just climbed a tree to go hunting yesterday.
Yeah, and then I saw
So how long did you
Couple
how
dough.
long did you sit up there?
5 hours, 6 hours.
Holy shit, that's a long time.
Yeah.
And then I climbed down. We walked around for a long time, and then right. And I had to like improvise a tether, which I had to.
Mm-hmm.
There was a time where, okay, long story short, once I got everything set up, and I had to like improvise a tether at the top. And when I say improvise, I mean like I had gear. I had to use my lineman's belt as a connection between my safety harness and the tree. And so when I was going up and down, I didn't have a lineman's belt on. So that could have been unsafe. But the tree sticks were so clunked into the tree that I wasn't sweating. I didn't think they were moving.
Okay.
Live update on our buddy
Mm-hmm.
Brian.
Brian.
Brian. And this is Mark. Talked with the dude who crashed. So I don't know if he
So
knows.
still,
So still.
we're still
Unconfirmed.
going with Brian.
We'll go with Brian. He's out of the hospital and broken collarbone.
Oh, so that's fine.
Bike's still in the ditch until tomorrow.
Yeah. What's that mean?
So how is he getting back?
These are questions that I don't worry about.
That's fair.
I mean, he's probably going to have to get a ride from somebody he knows, and then he's going to have to get a truck and a tow strap, drag his bike out of the ditch. Once
Out
they
of a
get
tree.
someone else will have to do it because his collarbone is broken. Remember?
Yeah. How did you Craigslist that?
No, it's an insurance claim. That thing
Oh.
is fucking totaled. Mark actually was brave enough to like climb down the ditch and like, because it's like some fucking grade like this, and like go and check the bike out, and he said it's fucking gone. I just saw the back of it. I should have taken some photos.
Bob's not interested in my hunting at all, which is fine.
He was.
Wheelie photos incoming. This is the motorsports show.
It is. He's absolutely right.
No Formula One today. That was a little disappointing.
No Formula One today. They'll be back
it
next
was,
week though.
Yeah.
What's next week?
Sochi,
Ooh,
which means I have to wake up at 5 in the morning.
Mother Russia.
Because they're
wait.
9 hours ahead?
What time's it start?
so the last basically every race in Europe was starting at 8:10 in the morning on Sundays, but in Sochi I think the race is going to start at like 6:10 or 5:10 just because they're a couple
How are
hours
you
ahead.
supposed to like
Because it's
legitimately?
Russia, so Putin just does whatever. the fuck
How are
he
you?
wants.
No, it's the time zones,
yeah.
Kevin.
I know.
So they start at
I understand. In Russia, they do whatever they want.
In Russia, they just start earlier because they fucking can.
Exactly.
No, how are you supposed to like legitimately like, if you were into this, like, get a buzz, watch racing, and then go back to sleep until 2 or 3 in the afternoon? Like, wake up at 2:30 in the morning, guys. We're getting fucked up for the race.
yeah.
I want to go to a bar and watch it, but they just closed.
It's like golf for the Olympics. Like
That's so true.
again, it's like golf for the Olympics, or like one of those things. If you want to see like
That's
a
fair.
hockey team at a certain time, and
Mm-hmm.
you gotta just wake up and watch it.
Just get up and do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I remember waking up watching Tiger win the Masters because there were storms, so he teed off at like 6 a.m. I
Oh,
watched
yeah.
all 18 holes. It was fucking sick.
But so he's done by noon. No, he's done by like 10.
We went golfing after. So I saw Woods win, cried, then we went golfing.
You cried.
I teared up. Yeah, it was when he beat Molinari.
Why?
Because I watched all 18 holes and like everybody at the Masters. This is the last time fans were even at the Masters. Might I point out? Because this was
2019, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
and so
Did he win last year?
correct. And
I think it was 18, bud.
It was 18 because
Yeah, because someone else won last year.
Woods put it on. Who fucking won last year? Aaron, you might help me out. But anyway, so yeah, it was just emotional. Tiger was kicking ass, man. Tiger made golf what it is. Like the Masters wouldn't even be the I mean, I hate to say it that way,
Yeah.
but like even the Masters has to say like we had to redesign our fucking course because of Tiger. So says a lot.
Now they're gonna have to redesign courses again because of Bryson.
Because of everybody.
Well,
Tiger
yeah,
wrote
he-
about that.
he
Yeah,
won
Bryson
today.
fucking nuts.
Bryson won today.
Yeah, he did.
Put on a fucking clinic. I only saw the highlights. But, I mean, he was going under par on a course that nobody
Yeah.
was
La-
going under par.
Last 5 winners of the Masters: Woods 2019,
Okay.
Patrick Reed 2018,
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
so,
God.
yeah. So it
Sergio
was
Garcia 2017.
Patty
Oh,
was
yeah, I
playing
remember
pretty
the
well
Garcia win.
through a couple
Yeah, I lost $1,000 on that Sergio Garcia win.
Why? Who'd you bet on?
Justin Rose.
Oh, the reason we thought, because the Masters would have obviously, it's the first major.
Did you
and
really
it
lose
hasn't been
1,000?
played still.
Yeah, it was. So we had run because the Masters is a week after the March Madness tournament. We had just won like 1,000.
Second weekend. Of
Who's
April.
we? The homies?
So John and I, and a friend that we kind of share a betting account.
Okay.
Just split the deposit.
The wins
all
and
that.
losses and whatever.
More or less losses, but that's fine. But yeah, we did really well in the March Madness tournament, and then literally just gave it all back to Bovada in the following week. So that was fun.
They were up like 20K.
What's Bovada?
It's a betting website.
So you guys are up 20K?
Right? Or was it like
No, I've
not 20K?
like in,
He goes,
in-
no, boo.
in
No, we're not
in
up that.
aggregate, we're probably down like 4K collectively.
Oh.
Or
But didn't you
each.
like have 20K at one period of time? Or am I making that up? Like during this March Madness thing.
No, I've never.
How high were you at?
Probably like 4K.
Never mind that.
4's a lot lower than 20.
20 makes it sound better. I mean,
20 does
it's
make
his
it
fault.
sound
I
better.
should've
We
said-
were
I was-
up-
I was tossing you a
Should've
ball
said
and
20.
you
We
just
didn't close the
talk
deal.
about swing and a miss.
But I almost sold an $8 million car.
exactly.
We
That's
didn't close
exactly
it, though.
what I'm talking about, Tom.
We didn't close it.
We didn't close it.
Sounded cool. Didn't close it.
See, that's how you make a podcast. Sounds,
You know my favorite?
Like I saw a huge buck. I didn't, but it would be cool if I did yesterday.
I'll pick up on your cues next time, Kevin.
I'm just kidding. I just for some reason thought that you guys had like a lot in there at one period of time, but maybe not.
No, unfortunately, the best we did once was last year. You were there when we were in
Green Bay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys went to a Green Bay game?
We went to the Vikes Green Bay.
Where
game.
was my invite, fuckers?
You
Kevin
didn't
and
buy
I
a
didn't-
ticket.
Kevin and I didn't even really go together. It was
Correct, we were both
it was
going
a
to the
group
game.
of friends of mine.
It was
and
the
then
it was
Kevin and
our
Kelly.
reunion,
Eh,
and our high school
Don't look at
reunion
me
was
like
like
that.
going on, and we didn't go to the high school reunion because we were at
Luce.
at Lambeau.
Hold on, Luce. Let me just.
I didn't go to the high school reunion because I didn't go. I should have went though. I saw everyone that went. And I was like, "Fuck, that would have been."
It would have
fun.
been fun. It's just
No,
we
I had to
we
work.
had
They put it
game
on
to
a
go.
fucking Saturday. They fucking Saturdayed me.
At Canterbury.
Yeah, they
Oh, yeah.
Saturdayed me.
Yeah, they Saturday, dude.
They
Tom's gonna
always
sell
do.
cars.
She's got to.
Because Sunday is the Lord's Day.
Trash. Saturdays are for the workers that work Saturdays.
Saturdays are for the reunions.
Sundays are for the boys.
Kelly got red zone again, so
That's so
You said
nice.
that, but you couldn't watch the Vikes because we didn't score enough.
I wasn't. Trust me, didn't miss it.
That's so nice. I love Red Zone.
Red Zone doesn't cover picks, do they?
What
They don't cover picks.
picks?
Like whoosh, picks.
Interceptions?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you see a lot of those. You just see
If
everything
they're in
within.
if they're in the red zone.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they update you on things.
Yeah.
So like if there's a pick six, they like update you on a pick six and stuff.
Boo doo doo, boo doo doo. There was a pick six.
Well, it's the NFL Network's broadcast, so I mean they can do whatever they want. It's just they know that it's exciting when it's within 20.
Right.
And that's I think the contract they've worked out with the networks. So it's like you guys get the whole game, but if they're in the red zone, we get to broadcast it. And then CBS, NBC, and Fox are like, fine, fuck it.
Do you guys know what speed wobbles are on a bike?
It's like speed
do
wobbles
not
on a
know.
longboard, I'm sure.
So
Or on
we're
a
coming
bicycle?
we're coming out of Prescott, and my buddy Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. He He was like, dude, do you see that guy coming out of Prescott? I was pushing him on those sweepers, and he got the death wobbles. I literally almost saw him crash, too. I would have been 2 today.
Glad it was.
Except for you didn't see Brian crash.
Yeah, you didn't.
I didn't see Brian.
Brian.
I don't know if you can call it a crash. It was kind of like a wipeout. That's crashing, isn't it?
I mean, he broke his collarbone.
Yeah, that's a crash.
I would say that's a crash.
The bike is in a tree and needs to be
It's
retrieved
not in a
by
tree.
insurance.
It's wedged into a tree.
It needs to be retrieved by insurance. I think that's a crash.
It's going to get retrieved and then claimed on insurance. But it wasn't crashed on the track. So the story we're going with is gravel. He hit some gravel, and the bike flew like 60 feet off the road.
Isn't that always the case? Like, there's always like, hey, this is the truth, but we're going to go with Brian. You know what I mean?
We're going to modify it.
That's, you know? Like, it's
Yeah.
like, hey, guys, hey, we all know what happened, but his name's Brian. Like, come on.
I don't know the guy. They're not going to call me for
Sorry,
like a
but it's gravel.
testimony or anything. Or what
No,
happened.
gravel. No, of course not.
yeah. That's what we told the old couple that took him to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't old. They were like, middle-aged.
They were nice.
Mm-hmm. They even went back and got...
So you told like, oh, it definitely wasn't his fault, so you guys should probably bring him to the hospital. Instead of like,
no,
oh,
they
he
offered
slipped.
to do that.
Oh, that's very nice of them.
Yeah, and the bike wasn't, like, we didn't have to sit by the bike. No one's going to get that bike. No one even knows it's fucking there. Can't see it from the road.
It's totaled, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you couldn't, like, steal it and salvage the motor.
That seems like a really, like, long, like, that seems like a lot of work.
I'm just saying,
where did
like...
you say this
like,
bike was again?
Yeah, exactly. You did say it was somewhere.
88.
Just rewind. We'll
County
timestamp
88.
it for you.
Yeah.
Or it's timestamp it to us.
It'll
Put it
be
on
gone by
Facebook.
the time this gets posted.
Tonight?
They're
no,
delicious.
it's... By the time this podcast goes live, the bike will be retrieved.
Tonight? Gets posted tonight. Or tomorrow morning.
It's going to
Tonight,
get
though.
retrieved tomorrow.
Anyway.
The people at the bar that we ate dinner at
Mm-hmm.
were even like, where's this bike at?
Oh.
And we're like, don't worry about it.
So let's see.
How cute is Lucy right now?
She's so adorable. You can tune into YouTube and see how cute the dog is.
All right, I got some photos for you guys.
All right, let's see. And one day we'll be able to see the photos, you know?
That will be nice.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be a great addition.
Scroll right.
Jeez, Tom. Just an absolute daredevil.
That's an animal. They're cool. In case you're wondering.
That's fucking nuts.
Isn't that nuts?
I like
Clicked
the, I
into
like
third
the,
gear and I'm just ripping.
I like the all black outfit.
Let me see what's going on.
They're sweet.
Swipe right.
Oh, you know what? You look pretty good in this one.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll describe the photos as we're going along. So Tom's doing a wheelie. It looks
They're
very
all
nice.
wheelie photos.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's clutching up second and clicking into third.
Yeah, that one
But that's almost balance point.
One of those photos, if you ever decide to go on the dating apps, one of those photos should go on there.
No, I know. And it's going to be a profile pic. One of them.
This one's pretty cool.
No, the other one's the one where he's next to me is the coolest.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's sweet.
I don't really like this one
You don't?
because it's like straight sideways.
All right, we will get rid of the straight sideways.
It just kind
Aaron.
of looks like I can.
What's the face, Aaron? You got a shocked look.
Yeah, what are you doing, Aaron?
I'm just looking at Bring a Trailer, and I found an S2000 that has a.
I love it, dude. We should definitely surf a little Bring a Trailer tonight. Do you
It's
know?
got that
Do you know what
tan.
Bring a Trailer is?
No.
Aaron? Okay.
The tan interior.
It's the number one. I think it's probably. What do you think, Aaron? Number one car enthusiast.
That's not common.
Aaron just brings the desk, hangs in the corner, looks up.
It's the number one car enthusiast auction house for like rare or very low mile, pristine examples of really fucking cool cars.
Really?
So like if you have like what's that, a 3,000 mile Honda S2000,
This one's 30.
30,000 mile
Sounds
Honda, like a mint condition car, and like the other day they just auctioned off a ex Honda motorcycle racers special edition NSX. It was like a 1999, had like 12,000 miles on it, and it went for like $215,000. It was number 51 of 51 of
Holy
a special
shit.
edition.
Yeah, Jesus. It's not bad.
It's cars like
So
that.
you just find something and some guy just wants to get his rocks off and then just spends like $250,000 on this car?
Well, there's a lot of rich people out there, Kevin.
That's kind of my point.
I like that one.
I had my
Balance
first
sweet.
sex in that car. I'm going to pay $250,000 for it.
And they still have everything.
Maybe
on
the
there,
girl
Kev.
will come back.
They still have everything on there, Kev. Boats, bikes.
Boats. I can go for a boat.
Boats.
Yeah, I'd get a boat.
Oh,
Anybody want to
Actually,
sell me like a 1970
I would
Lumicraft
that
actually
guy.
never.
500 bucks?
I retract
$100
that. I'll never get a boat.
$50.
Ooh. What's that thing going for right now?
$40,000.
I would never get a boat because of the value, like the
know.
upkeep
Look,
I know.
and maintenance.
you buy a used boat.
but you also have to store it. Whereas you can now just join boat clubs.
Dude, that's so much more expensive than buying a boat and slipping it on the lake.
It's $7,000 for a boat club that gets you on 20 lakes, probably 14 within like the metro area.
But you can only go like 14 times or something throughout the year.
Oh,
If I got a
don't know
boat-
if there's a cap.
yeah,
There's-
my mom was part of that boat
Oh,
club.
really?
Yeah.
Are
For
they,
like a couple of years, and now she's buying a boat
they
and
getting a
slipping
boat?
it on the lake.
are they getting a boat?
Yeah, next year.
Nice.
They're getting a boat next year. I told her to get in fucking line for the
I just want like a
Lake
fishing boat.
Minnetonka slip. You got to get your name like on the list. She's gonna do it that the landlord's family does.
Right, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like a
But,
24-foot sea, right? And she's gonna put it right on the lake.
I would just want a fishing boat. You know?
No, nobody wants to fish unless it's deep sea fishing. That's what I'm talking about. 1989 Ditomatsu Pantera GTS.
That's
That looks
sweet.
really nice.
Fuck yeah! How much is it at?
That was impressive. Tom.
136.
Is it like a
Yeah,
night,
cheap.
Is that like a Knight Rider car?
It looks like
No,
Looks
they only
like
made
Knight
those for a
Rider.
few years, but they had GM V8s or no, they had Ford motors. No, they had Ford motors, Ford big blocks like 427s and shit. You can drop basically whatever you want into them.
351 Cleveland.
That's a Ford 5.8 liter racing engine, 450 horse probably around 400, 450. But the cars are incredibly light, and they
Yeah.
look like fucking Countages, so they rip.
It's a Countach.
A Lamborghini Countach.
By the way, it only has 400 miles on it.
Yeah, since it was like refreshed, probably.
400.
That's what it says.
Wow.
That would be so fun to drive. And they're all manuals because they're like old school 80s
Mhm.
rides. Yeah, that thing rips.
Oh, that's sweet. That's a really cool interior.
Someone redid that car.
Yeah.
They're probably in it for 100,000.
It's like Omar's sweater. That's what the interior looks like.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the
Fleece.
furry
It's got a
material.
It's got a little fur.
It's got a little
That's
fur.
not that soft though.
Yeah, that's just kind of a bummer.
Deceptively not soft.
I was thinking like so. When I was up in the tree, my base layer actually worked really well, but and actually what I had on was perfect. But I was thinking like the ultimate layering thing would be like a nice vest, like that.
Yeah.
But if it was like, I don't know, I've got to think about it.
So you guys went hunting for 6 fucking hours, 3 of you, in 3 separate areas. And
No,
nobody came up with
13
a jack-
hours. 13 hours.
Nobody came up with a rabbit.
13 hours.
What were you hunting?
We don't have small game licenses or tags. So no, we did not shoot squirrels or rabbits.
South Dakota, you can shoot them anyway. Just you don't need a license for that shit.
Yeah, well, there's something called a small game
What are you
permit.
hunting?
White-tailed deer.
What'd you see?
So you have a big game.
I have a
license.
white-tailed deer license.
How many?
Yeah, I have
Do
a
you
deer
have a,
hunting
do you have a
license.
tag?
Archery license.
You have a tag.
I have archery license. And I have 2 tags:
Did
like
you
a buck
see-
tag and then a bonus antlerless tag for that specific area.
How many did you see?
Specifically 3 doe
And none of them were
and a
worthy?
coyote.
You saw a coyote?
Yeah, it was really cute. Just ran. I mean, it might have been a fox. I thought it was a fox, but it looked bigger and it looked like a coyote to me.
It's the last time I'm going to refer to the coyotes as cute.
It had to be a fox then because it looked like Lucy. So it had to be a fox.
Really?
It was just a big fox then. Like a big fox. And
Yeah.
again, I was in a tree. It ran pretty quick, but it was definitely like it was a fox then.
Mm-hmm.
I should have looked at the tracks. But the doe was cool. So the doe that I saw that I would have had a shot on, even though you can't kill does, except we're in a CWD place, so technically, anyway, I'm not going to get into it. But I had just gotten my tree, and I just wasn't really like ready to go. So like first lesson learned, like once I get up there, like knock the arrow, get everything ready to go, have your hand on it, and then like that's when I can take a deep breath.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when you're ready to go, that you can relax.
Do you sit there with the arrow like on the thing?
Yeah, and I even had a branch to rest my bow on my left side.
These bows were not in, or these does were not in range.
So the morning goes by, and then it's late morning, and by that time you're kind of fucked. Plus, we saw these guys just walking through the fucking public land. Yeah,
you're kind of fucked.
what do you mean? Yeah, but you're done.
Late morning, you're fucked.
Yeah, they're sleeping. They're in the middle of a field at that
So
point.
just quit noon. Let's go drink.
You could do that. So what we tried to do is try to find them. So we actually bumped. It's called bumping bedded deer. So we walked into where they were sleeping, and then they got up and ran away too fast for us to get them. But that's just because, and also like we were pretty loud, and we also were kind of exploring.
And you smelled.
Actually, our scent was. I don't think the scent was the problem. We were playing the wind really well every time. So
Play the wind.
I was actually not worried.
We
about
learned all
that.
about that during the Tony's Bears story. Playing the wind.
Yeah, playing the wind. But
Highlining, I think you called it. When you're like
Right.
above.
But if there's a way to do it, I mean, you just gotta scout, obviously. But then, I mean, it sucked like hanging a tree stand in the dark, and you make a lot of noise. If you could just hang the stand, like you said, hang the stand, then go and go. Like you pop up there, you get there right before sunrise, like an hour before. You get up there quick. You sit there, wait for everything to relax, which usually takes about 20 to 30 minutes for the forest to get normalized.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you literally sit there for 20 or 30 minutes and like don't move, don't make a noise, try not to like jiggle your leg or whatever, all of a sudden the squirrels start coming closer, the birds start chirping like next to you, the forest is like, okay, we're going to forget about you. And then the wildlife comes out, and that was cool.
Yeah.
Like seeing the fox and the deer and just all the squirrels around.
You have to have so much patience.
Oh, so much.
I mean,
Just sitting there for
Yeah.
6 hours.
I burned through
Holy
2 podcasts. Like full
Oh, you're
podcasts.
sitting there listening to like Rogan.
Well, no. Actually, I didn't because I have no new Rogans to listen to. But I had one.
Have you listened to every single episode of Rogan?
No, because that's like almost impossible. I think.
Well, then there's more Rogan to listen to.
Yeah, but it's so old. It would be like in the. I started at like 800, and now he's on 1500, and so I've seen everything from like 800 on.
That's pretty incredible.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
I
Doesn't
know,
he-
I'm
isn't his
nuts.
podcast like an hour and a half? Like
No,
just-
they're like 2 to 3.5 hours.
Yeah,
wow.
That's
I listen to them at 1.5 speed, so a 3-hour episode is 2 hours.
So like
Think
1.5
about it that way.
hours.
Yeah, but yeah, I commit that.
I could
time
never
now.
listen to anything at 1.5 speed. You just don't get like the genuine reactions or like the tones.
You do actually. It's actually really funny the way my mind just kind of upgrades. Not upgrades, but like you just start.
He's
If
got an
at one
upgraded
point
mind.
at two times
Level
the
up,
speed,
brother.
2 times the speed, it's way too much. But at 1.5, like you get everything. It's just quicker. And then if you turn it back down to 1, like now when I listen to Joe, if he is speaking normally, it sounds so slow to me.
Upgrade my mind. Isn't that also called education?
What are you trying to say to me?
You said I just upgrade my mind.
I didn't mean it that way, but I mean like it means like faster, you know? Like I'm listening to the information faster.
You're processing quickly.
Yeah, I'm processing it quicker.
Trash dog.
Correct. I'm processing it quicker. Yeah,
Okay.
processing the you know I listen to the podcast at 1.5 speed.
Ours?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Don't
I
we,
listen to this
don't we
normal
talk,
speed?
don't we talk too fast for this shit?
No, I actually base my talking on how fast I talk at 1.5 speed. So, no,
You're-
we don't talk too
Again,
fast.
some forethought going into this that I wouldn't have thought of or taken into account.
That's why you're the co-pilot.
This is your co-pilot speaking. Shh. Welcome to Delta Flight 1350.
Delta's not a
Motorsports.
Yeah, what else do you have?
I just had some. Paul was prepping the other night like a madman. I thought he's just gonna feed us.
Well, maybe what? You just expected to be fed?
Yeah,
Interesting.
You didn't come up with any material
I
yourself?
did.
besides-
I had
besides
one.
the-
I had one story in what I did today, which turned out to be more than I bargained for when I left my house. It did help. I put a new tire on today, a new rear tire.
And you left the front tire the same?
Generally, rule of thumb when it comes to motorsports, specifically motorcycling,
Mm-hmm.
is you get 2 rear tires for every front tire.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's the drive tire. It's just like if you have a rear-wheel drive car,
Mhm.
you're going to cook through rears on your Corvette way faster than you cook through fronts.
Sure.
You're probably going to put 2 sets of rears on before you have to do anything with the fronts.
Right.
So same thing with motorcycles.
Interesting.
UFC was sick last night.
I know. I watched it.
You did?
Oh, you did?
Fuck
I
yeah.
made some bets too.
Oh, did you bet on Colby or
How'd
did
you
you
do
bet
on the
Tyron?
bets? That's what's important.
Won all 3.
You
Did you
won
bet on
all.
Colby or Tyron?
Colby.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
How much
yeah.
you putting on these bets? These these aren't $5 bangers.
No, they're like 50.
Oh, it's
Nothing-
minimum.
Nothing.
Did you bet on? Did you
You
do
could do-
Kameev? You went Kameev?
He was the second to last fight.
No, third to last. Cowboy was second to last.
So
And Nico Price, which was such a fucking weird
I
fight.
didn't bet on Cowboy's fight,
Good.
which was
I'm
that
happy
was
for
great.
Does it make it?
Kameyev was the Russian guy. Shut up. Kameyev was the Russian guy, Zamzat Kameyev.
that knocked him out in 17 seconds.
Right.
Yeah, I bet. So
Right.
I bet.
I
for
let
that
you do
one.
your motorsports. You were boring. We're getting to the boring stuff. Now we're getting
No. I was just saying, does it make
Get
it
out
more
of here.
exciting when you bet on
Oh,
these
100%.
fights?
Absolutely.
100%. I don't go
You're
to if I
freaking
go
out?
to live sports, I'm betting.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like if I'm going to a baseball game, I'm betting no matter what.
That's hilarious.
Just because I want to. It just makes it that much more entertaining.
How much?
But yeah,
was
the main event lacked drama. I mean, Colby just destroyed Tyron,
Yeah.
which is what we all
he played
thought-
it so well. Like
and people-
he's
man.
ready to battle Usman. Which
Again.
is gonna be sweet.
again, yeah.
Battle
See, people don't
Usman.
understand that Colby is just playing a part because the UFC was gonna basically, if you watched the fight last night, as Omar did, that style of fighting you saw Colby and Tyron doing, who are both highly like the accolades for Tyron and Colby in terms of wrestling can't be higher. Like Tyron Woodley is a Division I champion in wrestling, right?
Yeah.
And that kind of wrestling or that kind of fighting we saw, which is very ground dominant, was considered boring when Colby was coming up. And so anyway, the UFC was going to drop Colby. So Colby goes down to Brazil, calls him a bunch of animals, starts playing this character, this villain, and then all of a sudden he doesn't get cut by UFC. And then now he's number 2 in the world at welterweight,
Yeah.
ready to take on Kamaru, who he calls fake newsman. And
Wait, what do you mean? Doesn't get cut by UFC?
so Colby he was going to get cut by UFC because he was a boring fighter. That's basically what they were telling him. He calls Brazilians a bunch of animals because he was fighting a Brazilian, then beats that Brazilian, and the Brazilians basically tons of MMA talent come out of Brazil, so they took that extremely personally. And then Colby all of a sudden became like a villain in a way, and then realized like, oh, I'm no longer getting cut by UFC. Fast forward, everybody wants to see Colby lose, so they'll tune into the fights. They'll buy the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Now what he did is after the Brazil thing, this is I'm going to fast forward it for you. Bought a Trump hat, bought a $15 blue suit from Goodwill, picked up 2 strippers that aren't even cute on purpose, and Donald Trump Jr.'s book. And then he like went to he went to the press conference, starts paging through Donald Trump Jr.'s book like as a joke, like he's not even reading it. He's like pretending to read. Do you understand? Like it's so fucking hilarious. And then he gets in people's heads. So if you listened to Colby coming into this fight, he was like, "Oh, Tyron, he's slow." He was just talking shit. Like, "Yo, he's talentless."
This guy's number 2 in the world now,
Yeah, and Tyron Woodley used to be the undisputed multiple-time welterweight champion of the world.
and he destroyed him last night.
He made him look like it was,
It
but it
was-
was very well. I mean, you have to understand an intelligent destruction of Tyron Woodley.
So when's
He
the
won every
world
round.
championship?
He won every round. He was well conditioned. He took basically Tyron thought like Colby was just some stupid troll.
Yeah.
Well, basically Colby is a troll. But like a lot of trolls in disguise, they got in your head and then they come out and they whoop your ass because you're so distracted by emotion and the things he says, which he does not believe. Like he does it because this how you make money. I'm gonna put it that way.
Yeah.
And so Colby is a professional, and he showed everyone why he is so strong. Last night,
So you bet all the right people last night.
Yeah. Well, we don't always bet the person. We bet like the fight that ended in
Kameyev, you said before
All we did-
first round. You said under 3 rounds.
within first round.
You said within first round.
Yeah.
Because all his fights have been
Yeah,
finished in first
so-
round.
KO within the first round.
Yeah.
Or
tap out.
TKO.
Yeah.
But that was a KO.
Mm-hmm. So
But you have to understand that
He
guy.
got knocked the fuck
But the guy
out.
he bet on has 3 knockouts in the first round already,
But we
leading up to that fight.
we always lose those first round bets.
So
Oh,
what,
sure, that makes
what
sense.
are the what are the if you bet 50, what do you get in this
I
first
mean,
round?
it depends on
How much did you win?
50. So it was money line. So
Okay.
it's flat. But if it was
Because like a coin toss.
So you
Yeah,
won
like
$150
UFC,
bucks
sorry.
last night.
yeah,
And how much are you down for the pay-per-view?
it was free last night.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was a fight night.
Dude, next week's fight with Adesanya,
Yeah, it's Israel Adesanya and Paulo Costa.
he looks sweet.
Yeah, actually, that fight card looks terrible except for that fight.
Really, I didn't take a
I'll
look
look
at the
again.
other
I'll
ones,
look
but
again.
I just want to watch that fight because that guy looks fucking like he can throwdown.
Did you watch the Nico Price Cowboy fight?
Yeah.
Did you see how weird Nico was being? Like how weird that fight was?
He was pumped that he tied.
Well, yeah, but before all that, while the fight was going on, he hugs him. He hugs
yeah.
Donald. Not even that. He's like, pokes him in the eye, and he's like,
3 times.
"Fuck!" Like 4 because of the double eye poke.
Oh, yeah,
it's
that's
got
right.
double eye poke. It was the craziest fight I've ever seen. Even
Yeah.
John Anika was like, "What's going on here?" I'm like, "We don't. What is going on here?" Like, what the fuck?
Seriously.
Is that related to the gloves again, Kevin? The eye poking?
Yeah. But if you're extending your fingers, you're supposed to have them in the air. And at the end of the day, if you've poked Cowboy in the eyes twice, and
His name is Cowboy.
Donald Cowboy Cerrone. There are a lot of Cowboys nicknames in UFC, but he is the Cowboy, and he also has the most wins in UFC history ever. He also is the one that got his eye broken by Conor McGregor, most recently.
Seriously? I didn't know that was him.
Yeah, that's Donald.
McGregor's still in the UFC?
No, he retired.
Okay, because I thought he put his tail between his legs and left after he got beat by Mayweather.
Yeah, he basically called it quits like last year, like end of last year, I think, and now he's
Conor?
on his
Oh, he's retired.
retired exactly.
Yeah,
and
so he's coming back next year.
So that I'm taking a break. Why don't they just say, "Hey, you know, I'm gonna take a break.
Because that's not what. Because it's Conor McGregor, man. He just.
I'm gonna retire, and then I'm gonna come out of
He's
retirement."
focusing on his Irish whiskey brand, promoting that.
Correct.
What-
and he's
what
in a
is-
sexual
what is that?
harassment suit right now.
It's called Tail something. I don't know.
Tullamore
some-
Doom? No.
I-
Something number
you know what it
7.
is?
What is
That
it?
was
Number
like
27?
I thought it was Lucky
Oh,
12 or
yeah.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lucky 27, something like that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something
I
like
have
that.
no idea how I got Tail on there.
So speaking of Connor, so Colby took a page out of Connor's book. Like literally, Connor started wearing a suit and started acting cocky. Colby goes out and buys like a $15 blue suit at Goodwill and like starts being like ridiculous.
Is
And
it
then-
obviously shitty?
Yeah, he purposely wears shitty suits. He only has 2 suits, a orange one and a blue one. I'm not kidding.
That
Same
sounds,
2 suits that he bought from like Goodwill
that
back.
sounds like Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber, yeah.
It's proper 12. Proper 12.
Proper 12.
Aaron, could you do me a favor? Could you just look up Colby Covington images and then just show Tom? Because I'm sure
An obviously
it's going to have him in
shitty
a
suit.
Keep America Great. It's going to have a red hat that says Keep America Great and
Isn't that just a big
big,
fuck you?
big
basically?
aviators and a blue suit.
That's just a big fuck you.
Yeah, and that's he's the villain, you know? Oh, yeah, there you go.
He's the white guy or the black guy?
He's the white guy. Tyron Woodley's the black guy.
Woodley's Jack, too.
Yeah, Woodley is enormous.
Like,
And
I
unbelievable.
I
I'm
was-
so sad. Woodley is. I think he should just. I don't know what to say.
What weight class
He's
is this?
tainting his welterweight. He's tainting his legacy.
I'm
Tyron
supposed-
Woodley was the undisputed welterweight. Like nobody. His nickname is the Chosen One, Woodley.
Ooh.
But Colby Chaos Covington, man, he's the real deal. He's the real fucking
I
deal.
thought he was from Brazil.
No, he
Woodley.
goes. He had to go down to Brazil to fight. Woodley's
And he
American
said,
too.
fuck you at all the Brazilians and then wasted them.
Yeah, this is what happened. So UFC's like, you're boring. So Colby basically goes down to Brazil and like kind of starts making talking shit to his opponent because he's mad. So he starts talking because Connor is talking shit to
He
people.
just went down there and kicked up some dust. There's no big deal there.
But he has never done that before. Colby like never kicked up dust. Does that make sense? So all of a sudden he starts kicking up dust, and then UFC's like, oh, we're not going to fire you anymore. So they rewarded that behavior. Colby keeps doing it. He keeps getting rewarded. He's number 2 in the world. Right after that, his press conference, he's like, the first thing I want to say is I can't wait for what I just did tonight. I can't wait for Donald Trump to do to
So
Sleepy
Dana
Joe
White's
Biden
down with the
November
drama.
3rd.
That's what you're saying.
It's not Dana White. It's not. It's what sells fucking fights. Do you know how many people watched last
Yeah,
night?
Dana White owns the UFC. He wants to sell fights. He's the guy who makes that fucking call.
You're absolutely right, but it's all about the money. It doesn't matter if it's Dana. Do you understand? It's you and me tune in to watch Colby and Tyron because of what Colby is saying and why Tyron was so mad at Colby. He was talking so much shit about Colby. Do you know what I mean? He's creating the drama.
No, I don't because I didn't watch it.
He's creating the drama. Do you know what I mean?
No,
Why?
because I didn't watch it.
I'm not talking about that, you fucking piece of shit. I'm talking about, like,
Getting
why do you
so-
care about Conor McGregor? Because you don't, right? You just know he's a big star. That's what Colby realized, and now people reward that. Human beings suck. They decide that I'd rather watch that burning burn and not save anybody inside.
Because
rather than
I like watching
because
people
I
die.
like watching people die.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what Colby figured out. Now he's getting super famous from it. And if you don't like that, what I say is look in the fucking mirror because that's human fucking beings. That's the point I was trying to make.
Okay.
Do you understand now?
Yeah.
Okay.
People are pieces of shit.
Yeah.
All right.
And I wish it wasn't like that because like even Tyron bit into
But
the
you're
shit.
tuning in.
Well, people have to stop getting mad at like the trolls. You know what I mean? They have to have like they have to stop getting mad at it, and they have to be able to be like, oh, maybe he's not serious. And maybe why are we
Of
rewarding
course
that?
he's not being serious.
But no. But a lot of people think he's because they're not MMA fans.
Does he think he's actually a Trump supporter?
Well, yeah, because they only go on ESPN.com and read the headlines.
Oh my
etc.
God! Look, he's wearing all this shit. Fuck that guy.
Yeah. Correct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the point I was trying to make. Is like,
There's more drama in that shit than there is in fucking kneeling
For
down for the
example-
flag in the NFL.
for example, Tyron. There is absolutely Colby. They interviewed him, and he goes, "I'm just happy Black Lives Matter." Like, just the worst thing you can say at a time like this. You know what I mean? Like, he stirs the pot.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to make it weird, but Tyron Woodley opened up as the underdog. I think he was 280, so he was plus 280, right? So how many people are like, "Fuck Colby, I'm gonna bet on Tyron because he's the chosen one, like he's gonna win." Versus Omar, the smart bettor, is like, "Well, I'm not gonna do emotion because if you're gonna say good guy, bad guy, Tyron Woodley, the chosen one's the good guy. Colby Chaos Covington, clearly the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guess what? Bad guy wins today.
You can tell me with utter certainty that you do not bet on emotion.
Oh God, no! You never bet on emotion.
So why'd you pick Colby?
Because of the value
Yeah.
numbers.
Because everyone knew, and he should have been a heavier favorite.
Yeah, I think he like went into the fight minus 140 to
That-
win.
That sounds about right, which is almost even.
Yeah.
So you're definitely not a bet on the Vikes guy.
Oh God, no! I mean,
What do we always say, Tom? Always bet against the Vikes.
Yeah, that's true. Especially this year.
seriously, fuck.
Should we put that meltdown as like a clip
How about
on
okay?
YouTube?
When this season started,
good-
I
I
thought
felt good.
we
I'm
were
glad I
going to
got that off
be
my
an 11-5 team because we were
Did you?
10-6 last year.
This year,
I thought Zim pulled some out of his ass, but we're going to be like what 8-8 maybe.
I don't know. I
Not
just
even.
lost faith in the when we sold.
We don't
the
make the
defense.
offs this year.
When we
No.
sold the defense, I was like,
We didn't
okay.
sell the defense. We just couldn't fucking pay them.
Well, I mean, we got rid of Rhodes, saves us $8
I
million.
didn't mind that.
Correct, because he was horrible last season.
Got rid of Trey Waynes.
Yeah, Wayne's, and we got rid of.
That
I
wasn't
guess we
smart.
paid
Mike Hughes, didn't we?
oh fuck him, he's
Nick-
bad. He's
Nick-
like his second year.
Fuck him, he's
what's
bad.
his
Okay.
Anthony Miller? No, who am I thinking of?
Barr.
No, because it's two safeties. Harry's a hitman, and then we paid
Oh,
my boy.
yeah, I know who you're
Really
talking
good.
about. I
He had
can't-
all the interceptions last year in the playoffs.
like blanking. on
Anthony,
names.
whatever his name is. Isn't it Anthony Miller?
Anthony Harris.
Anthony Harris. Thank you, Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
So he got big money this year.
Mm-hmm.
And they got Kirk. They just signed Dalvin.
How much do we pay Cook?
We got him for a steal compared to some of the other running
Oh, yeah.
backs. Like,
But last years, right? Is it
Is he
only,
injury prone though?
correct, but
I don't care.
I mean,
You have to pay people.
you know, thankfully he didn't get injured today, whereas it seemed like literally at least one star got injured on every single team.
Not
That's
Melvin
true.
Gordon.
Saquon,
Not Melvin Gordon, but Saquon's probably out for the season.
Tyrod Taylor.
Christian McCaffrey.
Did you see the chart? Well, you did. 'cause
What
you
happened to
wanted
Christian?
He had a hamstring or some.
Raheem Mostert might have strained his MCL. I'm pissed about that.
Mhm. And then
What's it? The quarterback got carried
Drew
off.
Lock from
Drew Lock
Broncos.
from which is
shoulder injury.
the
San
Broncos
Fran,
are fucked.
San Francisco's
Raheem
quarter.
Mostert.
We're
Oh,
gonna-
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy Garoppolo got
Yeah.
hurt too.
I got him.
You
Looks like I'm going to start Joe Burrow the rest of the year.
do, dude. Pick up the Chargers because Tyrod's out.
Yeah,
Pick up the
he's
Chargers
good.
rookie quarterback.
He
Who
looked
is it?
good today.
I forget his name. He threw for 303 touchdowns. First one to do it since.
Well, now that you said it,
Patty
and
Mahomes
everyone's
or some
listening. I'm never going to get him.
Devontae
all about the waiver
Adams
wire, brother.
also got injured.
Then other people they need running backs and wide receivers first. So
Well,
you'll
Michael
have
Thomas
just as
got
good
injured,
as
and I have him.
I have him in my other league. And yeah.
You did lose this week though. Kelly actually just texted me to remind me that she destroyed you. Because I think the game probably just ended. So
Dude, that's so unfortunate though, Bob. Putting up 150 points and
Unbelievable.
losing to someone that
Unbelievable.
has 152 points right now and projected to do 183. Who knows what it is now? But
I thought
still.
Steve's team was nuts with Dak, who got almost 500 yards and 4 touchdowns. 3 of them rushing touchdowns.
3 of them, yeah.
First player to ever do 300 or 400 plus from three rushing touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
He had Stefan Diggs, which posted like 50 points. And
50?
50.
Wait,
15.
Diggs did 50 today?
He had like 49 points. Stefan
Diggs?
Diggs.
No, I thought he only had like
Or maybe
100
it was
yards.
39. It was 40 points. 40 points for Diggs.
All right. Well,
That's a lot of points,
that's
man.
So,
And then who else? He had a running back that was kicking some ass too. There was a lot going on.
maybe the Kansas City running back or the.
No, he is.
I
He has
literally
very
just played
Steve players
last-
like Dak, Stefan.
Dak is a Steve player.
Oh yeah, Stefan. All his whole team. I'll read it for you.
All right.
Please wait. I wish you could play some. Do you have anything?
Crankin'
lookup
dem
stuff that we didn't get to?
nooners. Mark just texted me with the picture. Crankin' dem nooners. Fuck yeah.
Dak, he's got McCaffrey.
Huh,
So
okay.
McCaffrey had 25. Mike Evans, right?
had
Mike
a
Evans
game.
and Tom Brady had a good game.
No, Tom Brady sucked.
Did he?
He only put up 8 points.
Oh, I guess you're right. 'cause
Leonard
I-
Fournette though,
Leonard
putting
Fournette.
up 25 points, 2
Mhm.
tutties.
And he had Stefan had 30. So I'm just, exaggerating for the podcast.
Of course, yeah.
'Cause
No,
that's what-
I
that's what we
should have
do.
picked that up. That was my bad.
That's my bad. Strike 2.
Just lobbing him up there.
Mm-hmm.
Twins though.
Why are you just?
I'm just whacking off to these wheelie photos of myself here.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
Maybe you should post them on Facebook. See if we can get more
I'm gonna
reactions.
put them on
than
the.
we have on
I'm
the,
gonna put them on
bear.
the Phony Express page.
Yeah, do it. Then we'll see if we get more reactions than our bear tacos. That'd be good. Generate traffic to the page. Maybe. The profile picture still isn't there, but that's fine.
We can't do that. We can't get it.
You got to go on your computer and figure it out.
I did it on your computer. I fixed the Phony Express show.
I looked it up and I couldn't find it.
You could
Even though
find
you
out.
said you fixed it on my computer, like I think you're the only one that can find it. Aaron found it somehow. Here, search.
We've had a ton of people view
Oh,
this
there it
Bear
is.
Taco page. See, I told you, Kev, it's
I
fixed.
can find it now.
It's fixed.
Wow. New food. Look at that. Bob, great job. I'm actually pumped. It's a great job. Nice. I listen to other podcasts too. You think Rogan? Pff, I listen to so much shit.
What other podcasts are you listening to?
What, like right now or in general? K-Fan Outdoors. I always listen to the Fan Outdoors with Captain Bill. Lex Friedman podcast. Just got more involved with that one. Meat Eater. I like Steve Vernilla's. Wired to Hunt. That's a pretty good one. Kafaru Cast. I kind of dropped off that, but that was really helpful with Aaron Snyder. Knock On with John Dudley. I kind of like burned through all that. That's how I got kind of
Why
up.
do I feel like there are more coming? Like you just listed off like 8.
Yeah, but Knock On I'm like done with because
Oh,
I'm kind of like that was kind of for my archery thing.
Yeah.
And now he still does them. It's just I'm less interested. And if you want to know more technical stuff, like he goes through it. Like you
Mhm.
can always go back and refer to those.
Yeah.
It's like a textbook. Like you can go through that again if you like to. Two Bears, One Cave I'm into is pretty funny these days. King of the Sting. I always watch that 'cause that's shops. T-Fat K. I'm just a shop guy. Below the Belt every Monday. Definitely listen to that one.
Jeez.
Actually, I'm hoping that.
How do you have the time, man?
Dude, I don't know. I think it's not like what I got to tell you is it's something with it.
What do you?
Yeah,
you
it's
guys-
definitely your mic because I just turned your mic off. No, I turned your mic off so you can't even. No, I know. It's just the. I'm trying to say it's just like the internet.
All right.
Well, I turned your mic off.
I just
and then it
posted those
stopped.
pictures to the Phony Express show page.
Mhm.
So you can go on our page and view them. Give us a like. Give us a subscribe.
Nice.
Technology.
Technology's
Instant-
cool. Instantaneous.
Instantaneous.
I actually
Your
did.
mic is back on,
I
by the
actually
way.
did what I say I was going to do. So
On
now,
the next.
now you all can view them. You'll have to go to our page though. Give us a like and take a look at them.
There you go. I like that.
Some good nooners.
Nice.
Some good nooners.
Post some bike pics of Bob on the Phony Express show.
I might drop
Then
the
we
link.
gotta-
I'm going to drop the link to the Jalopnik article on the Force 100Z in case you guys are all curious. That car kicks ass.
Yeah, I do that too.
And then you got to post some pictures of you, Kevin, hunting. You in a
Nah.
tree.
I don't know. Can you even take pictures when you hunt?
I did.
He was snapping.
Like some selfies? Like you got 6 hours to fucking take pictures of yourself.
Well, I
Get some good ones.
I
Get a selfie stick and shit
only-
out there.
Yeah.
Get the selfie stick with the bow, like in the kill position.
a lot of people do that. They like
We out here.
for their YouTube. A lot of people do that for their YouTube.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm excited for
I'm out here. We're alone in the woods.
yeah, super peaceful. I had a great time.
Hey, where were you, by the way? You never even gave us a location. Drop that location.
St. Croix River, right by, or no, it's actually where
That's
the
a big river.
St.
Could
Croix
be anywhere.
St. Croix and the Mississippi meet. It's like right outside of Hastings, right on the rivers there.
Sick.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I'm really happy I went out there and spent all day out there. It's nice to tune in. And to your point on being up there for 6 hours, like trying to take selfies, like I spent most of the time, again, I burned through 2 podcasts, but the majority of that time I was just listening to the outside. And then once you sit there for 20 minutes, like I said, the nature kind of says like, oh, you're cool. Like you've been quiet enough that we're going to come back out. So the crickets start chirping, the birds start flying.
Right,
again.
right, right. Because
The
you
squirrels-
destroy everything when you walk up there. And
Yeah,
even as
especially-
quiet as you're being, you're still like everything's like.
Yeah, and I'm like not I was Nick kind of just like stomps around a little bit.
Nick's a stomper.
He's a stomper, and nothing against it, but like Tony even was like he's a horse. I'm like he's pretty loud.
He's a horse.
Yeah, Tony just was kind of like he was just kind of like, yeah, when we were in Idaho, like he didn't like I kind of tried to tell him he walks loud and he didn't really get it. And I was like, oh, that's tough. Cuz yeah, you like ninja. And actually I was really so my boots really held up, and I again, you get kind of lazy and when you're tired, so noise.
You
And
get super lazy when you're tired. That's when you get hurt doing things.
Mm-hmm.
let's try to
True.
diagnose what that is. Do you hear that? Does anybody hear anything?
I always have like a little like
Yeah.
like
Do you hear
like
that?
fuzz
Or
air.
no? You did hear that? So maybe it's only us two that heard that. Because you guys didn't hear anything?
I just hear a fuzz. I think that.
Yeah, a little
with
fuzz.
No,
but
just
the
a
audio
little
comes
fuzz.
in clear.
Is that
Yeah.
what you heard? You heard it like dick, 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 dick.
Little
Yeah.
ticking sound,
Yeah, we heard that.
Did you guys hear that?
Well, it's just me and Aaron, so that's interesting.
you guys
So that
hear
means
that?
it's Justin, these two, Aaron. Or I don't know what headphones you're in.
Our equipment's pretty good though.
That's you? You're
I
number
think it's
one?
pretty good equipment.
So it's something like with these two. Because these two.
We
did-
should call it the Underground Show, Phony
Well-
Express Show podcast.
Well, like I was telling Aaron, because we got to get mobile. Because this has to turn into. I got to clean this.
Time to go mobile.
Because Janie's going to come. Kylie's mom's going to come live with us soon. So
What?
yeah,
What?
yeah. Because we have a kid coming, so she
Okay.
can like be here. So I have to turn
Shout
this
out
into
to future
a little
Kevin,
cleaner. I know.
Daddy.
The mother-in-law's landing.
Yeah, but the room in there is just going to be clean. That's her room. Obviously, out here is fine, but obviously clean. And then what I'm thinking is, you just have everything kind of portable in like a little bin here, and we just take it out every time. Set up, do the podcast.
That's fine.
Yeah, super easy.
Yeah.
But just we'll just have to your point, we'll just kind of like have a good spot for everything. That'll be good.
So we can't smoke cigs inside anymore?
We can still do that. But
Okay.
Where do you smoke cigs?
I don't know. Here right here at the Papa Funny Drugs
Right here in the
podcast.
studio.
What is that? I've been meaning
The
to ask.
tapestry?
Yeah. Is that so?
It's
That's
our
just,
decoration, Omar.
It's a peacock tree.
It's a peacock tree.
It's beautiful.
Do you see?
It looks very soft.
These are sick, though.
In college,
They
it was
are
like my
100%.
it was on my
Those-
wall a lot. Like that was right by my bed. That's me and you, right? But you heard that. You can hear that? Can you guys hear that?
now.
No.
Or
See, they can't. See, it's just you and me that can hear that. Oh yeah, see, it's your mic because because you just moved your mic, right?
You got to get a shittier mic, man.
Well, he's all about his S758, and we just can't break him of it.
It's
I even look. I have an Aaron mic right there,
Look,
but he just.
I
doesn't
spent money on it. I want to use it.
Yep.
I mean, I get that.
Paul doesn't even want him on the show anymore. What is this? See?
I don't know, man.
Do the levels.
Da, 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 da,
Dun,
da,
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 da, da, da, da. All right, we're back.
Phony
Hello,
Express Show. Welcome back.
Yeah.
We're back.
I mean, there's gotta.
Did you guys ever see that SNL
good
sketch
song.
with
What?
Jimmy Fallon called Z105?
I don't think so.
When he's on the radio, he goes Z105, and we're back.
No,
He's this crazy.
no.
He's this crazy guy. Oh fuck, really?
Is it good?
Post
only we
the
could,
show. We
gotta
If
watch
only we
it.
could watch it.
Oh my god, you guys, it's epic.
Put it on the list. We'll watch it right
And,
after
and
this.
he like mad at the box, and he's like says some other shit. Like there's
Yeah.
another guy in the room, and the guest is just confused. It's like, what's going on? Oh my god, it's fucking epic. And then he just like badmouths the guest like super hard, just like rips him up, and then he goes like when they're like go to respond, he goes D105 and he like takes him to the commercial break. And then he's like they're like, oh yeah, like can you not like make fun of my mom, or like can you not do that? And he's like oh yeah, no problem. Z105 and we're back. Shelly here is talking about her fat ass bitch mom.
Oh, sure.
It just goes right back into it. It's so great.
We gotta watch that after this.
Oh yeah, we will. I'll show
So
you.
he just plays a jerk.
Oh, he's just a dick, and then he calms him down in the ad break, and then Z105, and we're back.
Well, we should probably just go watch that right now.
We're gonna do that.
Aaron, do you want to play the outro?
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna take a couple minutes and get that done. Do you have anything to say while we
No,
outro
man.
the show?
No, man, we're not watching Hyperdrive. Fuck that show.
No, of course not.
Oh,
We're gonna
God,
watch this
horrible.
Jimmy Fallon thing. I'll upgrade.
You have to. Yeah, we have to watch it. I might post it
I
on
gotta
the page
clean my
if it
basement
allows
up.
me to share. I'll post it on the page.
Okay.
And then we'll watch that, and then
That's probably my favorite all time.
we could
SNL
show you
sketch.
the Colby. We could show him because I have.
I kind of want to watch the fight with the knockout in the first round.
Oh, come
Oh,
on.
the 17-second one?
Yeah,
You can
Yeah.
it
just
doesn't
watch
take
that
that
on-
long to show me, does it?
No.
No,
It's
you can probably
fucking
watch.
great.
You can watch it on probably Instagram right now because it was a.
Yeah.
It wasn't
on
pay per
like Twitter.
Yeah, because it wasn't.
Did this thing? Did this just like blow the internet up? It was like everywhere for UFC fans.
Yeah.
Okay, because I didn't see it. It never like hit my newsfeed. Like, whoa, did you see this UFC
No,
fight?
because
This guy
see,
gets
this is the
owned.
problem with like Facebook and all these like. Let's just go with Facebook. This problem with Facebook is they're like, oh, you clicked on that hunting link once, you must love that, and they're like, here's that, and you're like, you know, where every once in a while you used to be like interested in something random, and you're like, that's why I clicked on it, and I kind of liked my new YouTube used to give me like curated things, so it was like, here's a bunch of random stuff that like, oh, like you know. Every once in a while, I think Instagram does it better. Like when I search and I scroll through, every once in a while they'll throw something that's like random, and if I figure it out, whatever. But like and if I click on more UFC stuff, it'll start giving me like not only UFC but like.
See, I didn't like any like UFC pages. I don't like any like.
Which is good. You
So
shouldn't
I don't
have
see
to.
any of that content.
Right, but if something's like, I hate to say this because I don't know what the back wall behind like AI suggestion technology is, right? But
It's good
theoretically-
now, I think.
It's not bad.
If you like Google deodorant, all of a sudden they're like, "Do you need Speed Stick?
Right? Yeah, they get to you right for like the selling.
Buy Speed Stick now." Amazon.com. Bezos getting in on it.
Well, and this is my point, and it goes back to like what Walter Benjamin said about the newspaper. Like the newspaper is written for the subscriber, which is not necessarily the good thing. For example, if it's written for the subscriber, because you know economically, this goes back to the whole fucking like Colby being a jerk kind of thing. If you don't put what the person wants in the newspaper, they're not going to buy it. So you're a slave to the person that buys your newspaper. So then you just print what the people want. And then classic Foucault, people don't know what they want, or they don't want the thing that's good for them. It's like medicine, right? You don't like medicine, but it's good for you, right? Eat your vegetables. You don't like vegetables, but it's good for you. But when you make a newspaper that's only meant for the people, it means like, okay, the newspaper's made of candy. You're going to eat candy all the time, and then you're just going to die, right? Because it's not good for you.
But candy's delicious.
Candy's
I know, candy's so
amazing.
delicious,
Oh my
right?
god.
It's so delicious, right?
Do we
So
Bang
hey,
down 3 things and
so guys, it would be like in the newspaper, it's like, okay, then we need like a diet, maybe a little small bit of candy, but the whole thing can't be candy. The problem is we live in a country where you can
we
turn on
talked about this.
in the Colby thing.
Go to our food episode.
Oh yeah, 100%. This is all part
Tune
of
in
the
if
thing.
if you've been tuned in for a while. You listen to us for 90.
But what I would like
about food and fuck.
and we're way past 90 now. But what I would like is if there was some sort of suggestion technology that would like give you maybe, and I hate to say it because what is then we're in a bad place. But I think like if you could throw in like a suggestion, that'd be interesting. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
if 100,000 people are liking Kameyev's 19-second knockout, you should see that. I think it seems to be interesting to
Yeah.
a group of people.
Sure.
You know, and you shouldn't have to like, oh, you're not that interested in it, so we're just gonna. It did, you know, it's not an F1 thing, so you're not gonna see it. you know?
Right,
That's
right.
not the sport you're into. You know, like they'll say like, oh, you like a bunch of football stuff. You probably don't like ballet stuff, But maybe like the guy that's doing it is like the next Antonio Brown. Is like, you know what? I do Pilates too. Maybe I would like to see some ballet shit.
But couldn't you just follow the UFC page on Instagram?
Sure.
And then you'd see the content?
You'd absolutely see the content. But he was saying you would, like, he doesn't follow
You
that.
don't follow that page, so.
Yeah, so how would you see that? You know?
It's weird.
Twitter
it's
does
weird
it, though.
that
Twitter
ESPN
shows it. Twitter will throw porn at you sometimes. Throw that pussy at you sometimes. I don't
Who
go on
doesn't-
Twitter
who
very
doesn't?
much.
Just to
but-
close out the show, I gotta apologize to Brian for
Brian.
making a minorly distasteful comment after his mishap. All day he was bitching about his Icon Air Flight helmet,
Yeah.
and he's getting in the Jeep, and I go, "Hey, bro, looks like you're gonna need a new helmet." Now you should, at least it's a reason to get a new helmet or something. I said, you know, I think he might have chuckled, but he didn't. Sorry, Brian.
I hope you still have your teeth. All right, Aaron,
He does.
rock us out.
Great job, guys. That's a wrap. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe, hit that like button, and stay tuned for more captivating conversation on next week's episode of the Phony Express Show podcast.